What's this thing say here? Colorado Spike Man, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for popping on here. Aaron, how you doing, buddy? Happy Wednesday. Just trying to get this extra camera figured out here. For some reason it's not coming on. Ohio, how's it going, buddy? Bill, good to see you. Don Peck, how are you? We are doing well tonight. Happy hump day. Let's see here. Devices. For some reason, we're having trouble hooking up this extra camera. I don't know why. We might be just rocking with one tonight. Literally many projects. How are you? Welcome to the Wednesday stream. I wonder if I run it. Maybe I'll have to run it direct. We'll try that. Golden Spike replica from Utah, and it's made of copper. So very nice, cool. It's awesome. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. I imagine it is heavy. Absolutely. One second here, guys. We're going to be figuring this out. There we go. Get this guy on here. All right. Now, where to put this guy? Let's throw him over here. Yeah, that'll do. All right. How the audio levels, guys? We should be good. Should be good now. What's up, Sly Cat? Good to see you. Thomas, how are you, buddy? Great talking to you again today. Hope you're doing well. Seems like things are looking up for you, which is good. And for your mom. So we're going to be having Al from Millhouse is going to be joining us here. probably around 8 o'clock. So stand by for that. That should be fun. Josh Cannon, what's going on? What's up, Bernsey? I got the full name. The Mike Wrench. Yeah. Tonight we got the Y6B pulling some mixed freight. You'll have to excuse the same consist. It's just backwards. I'm running it in a different direction on the loop, but haven't changed out the rolling stock as I've been working on some other stuff, and I've just been lazy. If I'm being honest, just been lazy. EMIR, what's up, man? Congrats, got your driver's license. Fantastic. Fantastic. Doing well. I'm doing well too. Currently enjoying some outdoor time. Sunny and 75. Nice. Yes, it was decent here today. I think it was about high of 55 roughly. Sun's out though, which is nice. No wind. Wind makes everything miserable. So it's been a good day, weather-wise, for sure. Phillies lost, so that's not good. They actually lost their last 2 games. I don't know what's going on with those guys, but yeah, they need to get back home and they need to win some games. Oh, you're good, Josh. Whatever you need to do, my friend. Do a different live stream once in a while. Who else live streams on Wednesday? Is there somebody else that live streams Wednesday? Hey, Darren, how's it going? This is much better than mowing the lawn. I don't know, man. Mowing the lawn is one of my favorite things to do in the summertime or in mowing season. It's my place of peace outside of this. Nobody bothers you. Just turn on the music and go. Do I stage them on the layout? No, I don't. Being as that I don't have a lot of room for it. I mean, I could create a little makeshift staging area in that back room, but again, it's dragging everything out over there, and maybe eventually that could be something that's down the road. But no, I do box them up and put them on the layout, or vice versa. Or sometimes I take them off the layout and they sit on the floor for a while, and eventually make their way into their boxes. So, TCA newsletter today that they dismissed the office manager for personal reasons. There goes Steve. I saw that I got an email, but I didn't read it. I thought maybe it was just an email about what had happened already. Let me see. I just got it, actually. Where's it at? TCA. Yeah, I just got it at 5:30 for a staffing update. See, I thought it was just, like I said, with the other news. The president. We are writing to share an important update regarding a business office. After careful consideration, the board of directors made a staffing change. The office manager is no longer with our organization. Personal matters are confidential, and we will not be sharing additional details. Thank you for understanding and for respecting the privacy of everyone involved. We have processes in place to ensure that day-to-day operations continue without disruption and member services remain secure and fully supported. We're moving forward with a focus on maintaining the high level of service you expect, doubtful, supporting our staff and volunteers, continuing to advance our mission. What is the mission? We are confident in the path ahead and remain committed to transparency in our operations while also honoring appropriate confidentiality and personal matters. Sincerely, Alan, National TCA President. There you have it. Jeremy, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, buddy? Slycat says it's 68 in Cincy. That's a nice temp. Seven come 11. What up? How are you? Good to see you tonight. It's a guy named Matthew Model Trains called MMT Derailment. Very cool. I'll have to check it out. At Matthew Model. Maybe I'll just put it on right now and put it in the background. What gauge does he do? I guess I'm going to find out here. We're going to go ahead and Matthew Model Trains. I like helping other people out. That's kind of like my motto. Plus, you know, who wants to listen to me all the time? MMT derailed. No, you're right. 37 watching. You know what? We'll subscribe to this guy. He's almost got 1,000 subs. So cool. We'll jump in here and say, what's up? Multi-streaming. Love it. James, how are you? Keith, what's up, buddy? Big Rich is in the house. Loose Trains is in the house. I got to turn that down. Jeremy's busy. Yeah, man, I feel you there, buddy. The Reds are doing well, man. I'd like to see them go all the way. That'd be awesome. I mean, I know obviously it's early, but hopefully they have a good season. He's HO. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Slag. Reds are doing real well right now. I mean, obviously, like I said, it's early, but good for them. Hopefully, they keep it going. Keep that momentum up. Thank you, Rich. Yeah, different little view tonight. Kind of want to try to get in that back area of that tunnel. Kind of see. It's hard to do without me really. There, that's a little bit better. You can see some stuff coming at you. The one thing about having this bigger layout and the other side there, it's you don't hear stuff for a little while, and you're like, obviously I have all the controls right here, but you're still you get a little kind of like lean one ear to make sure you hear everything, because sometimes it's like something on hooks and it's like it doesn't sound like 23 cars rolling down. It sounds about like 3, which has happened. Yeah, I think I can concur with that with I think a lot of people right now, Slycat, just because of the season. You know, people starting to get back outside and doing projects and things like that, which is what I've been doing around the house here too. And I have a bunch of things that I want to be doing. But I have been working a little bit more on the mountain over here. I don't know if you guys can see it from there, but you can probably see a little bit of the lattice work over there coming out of that tunnel portal. So that's what I've been working on right now. But again, it's the momentum of getting it going and getting it started. Once I get going, it's great, but having the actual plan takes a minute. Eventually, the Mets will give me a heart attack. Yeah, we're used to that in Philadelphia. Run it back. Been hearing that for 4 years. It's like Jog Butch Trains. How are you? Good evening. Have Alan's 34-inch turntable. Will order his 5-stall Roundhouse running MTH Y6B awaiting. Nice. Very cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, he will. I will be on here in a little bit. The 5-star Roundhouse. We're going to talk a little bit about this tonight, Jog. So you don't want to miss out. The 5-stall is nice. Like I said, I have that one. You have a 34-inch turntable. I have a 32, just because of where I could squeak it. It's good enough for me, and it works. That fits the big boy. If I need to put the big boy on there, which I typically do, that one's typically sitting in the Roundhouse as it is right now. There are certain engines like that one, the triplex. A lot of the articulated stuff I don't typically like to pull off the layout if I don't have to. I will, but I'd rather pull off, you know, non-articulated stuff before articulated. But again, that's right now. That'll obviously change as the collection grows. My grandson Matthew just messaged you. I'll have to check it out. Oh, I'm just subbed to your channel. I'm on live stream. About yours. Game subscriber. Nice, very cool. Yeah, he did. It's all good. I sent him a hey. David Smith, how are you? Great layout. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. If you'd like to see a video of the layout, there's a video on the channel here if you want to check it out, where it was at before the extension. Excuse me. But updates will be coming at you as soon as they can. I mostly shoot like short videos. I'm not one to do like long videos. I don't think I'm very good at it, and I don't want to regurgitate what a lot of people have already said or done. So that's why I kind of just do like shorts instead of a whole lot of reviews. I'll do reviews only if it's something I really feel like it needs to be reviewed, in my opinion, or just kind of like my point of view. So I mean, some of the stuff that I will probably review soon when it comes out are like the K4s and obviously the Alleghenies and the T1s and things like that. But stuff that I feel that people are doing over and over and over again, I try not to do them, but it's all good. Nice. Like to see Rich in here too. That'd be great. We're all jumping. Nice. Heck yeah. That's a cool little layout he has there going on. I like that. Is that a, is he running a blue goose? Looks like a blue goose. Make sure to hit the likes. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, Jeremy. Just subbed. David, thank you. But yeah, we do this every week, and it's great to see. Al's calling me right now. One second, guys. Sorry. Lost something here. What's going on? Just go back to this for right now. I like music videos. Nice. Get this. Take that off. All right. I think that's better. Grinch, Matthews Model Trains, he is running the Blue Goose. Cool. Awesome. I wouldn't mind having a Blue Goose. I think those are nice. What's up, Radar? How are you? The like button. Thank you. Appreciate that. Aaron's Trains. Did you get the RMT Strasbourg tank and Woodside Reefer? I did not. I did not get any of those. I'd like to get the Peabody hoppers. I don't think I'm going to get anything else Strasbourg. But I mean, obviously, I lie. I would like to get one of the open air cars. Those would be cool, and maybe a reefer or something like that. But I'm not one to like collect everything Strasbourg. I do have a Consist, and I have like the '89, the Mogul, and things like that. That's pretty much the extent of my Strasbourg stuff. So it's kind of up in the air. If I do get one, it would be probably just one of the open air cars, and maybe two of the Blue Mountain and Reading. Maybe get those. Those ones are pretty nice. They all look great. I think they all look good. They're gonna look really nice when they come in. When that is, I don't know. But we'll see. What's up, Chad? Yeah, the Peabodys are nice. You have some of those, correct? I feel like you said you were ordering more of them. Are they still available? I know Muffin doesn't have any more. I don't. Maybe Pat's has some. I mean, if he has some, I should probably get on it, right? He says he still has some. Maybe I could also call Hennings, see if Hennings has some. Muffins has the PR Hippo in the auction 1300. That's too much. I don't want that's still too much money. $1,300 for a used engine? No. If it's used, if it's not used, I mean that's an okay price. But if it's used, absolutely not. There, I see it there. 46.52. It must be new. Steam engines from Mr. Muffin. Oh, it's from his collection. Then it's used. I pay $1,000 for it. I wouldn't pay $1,300 for it. It's new. PRR Sean, what's up, buddy? Fresno Jason, welcome, dude. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Two days, 1 hour and 30 minutes on that I-1. I like the long tender. I think that's cool. I think long tenders look nicer. No, I lie. Never mind. Long tenders look good and everything. They look great on the M1s. I have the long tenders for the M1s. They're phenomenal. $1,300. Huh. If I could find one at York for a better price, I'd probably, like I said, I think give me $1,000 for it. $1,000, muffin. I bet Matt's Blue Goose has more runtime than all his logos put together. That's cool though, man. That's awesome. He likes it. He likes it. Run that thing. That's what it's for. Auction prices are a little high. Yeah, I mean they can be. I mean I get it, but MTH. Oh, that's an Imperial. Okay, that's an Imperial Decapod. Does anybody have any Imperial stuff or have any experience with the Imperial? I'll keep my eye on it, Rich, for sure. I mean, why not? Yeah, David, what do you think? Yeah, that's the one thing about MTH. MTH, you can do that with O gauge. I don't think in Lionel you can do that. I don't think that's a thing you can do. But I mean, I'll keep my eye open on that I1. I have my eye on T&K Hobby. They still have some I1s, and I think their price. Let's see what it is. I can tell you here. And now these are the short tenders, which is cool. The short tenders, they look cool lashed up. I mean, it's cheaper than Muffin. I mean, they're $1,100, $1,150. But man, you get smoked with tax and shipping, and oh man, that's the only thing about the T&K and stuff like that. When you get into those, like even with discount codes, it's like it's a good price, but it's not still not really where I want to be. You know, I sound like I'm buying a car now. Yeah, I think Imperial is semi-scale. He wants 2K for the Bicentennial GG1? Just the GG1? Yeah, that's a hard no. Yeah, Heike does a lot of stuff for him. That's the other thing too, Rich. You're right. You have to look into that factor. Like, what's the availability and what's the how many people have them out there? But I think that I don't know. Like I said, I'll keep my eye on it. I'm very careful when it comes to. I don't look at trains every day. Meaning, I don't typically. I don't go to trains.com or anything like that. I know some guys do a lot of that stuff where they're kind of like looking because I know that as soon as I start looking, I'm going to find what I want. I'm going to end up spending a lot of money. So that's one thing that I have to be really, really careful because it turns into like a addiction. Not that this isn't what I have here and what I've been doing, but I just don't think I want to feed it any more than what it already is. The only things that I can really think of, if somebody plopped it in front of me and said, here, for a price, would be, oh boy. A Niagara. Now I'm talking about a decent price. I'm not saying these astronomical prices, because I've seen some people get some really good deals on, especially at Niagara, but probably in Niagara, another J1 Texan, preferably MTH, Protosound 3 with whistle steam. Maybe an Agnes. Maybe an Agnes, kind of like those. This is ended up getting an L1 and an M1, but at the time skipped the I1. Might regret that, but I feel they'll pop up. Yeah, I might take a look at the ones here that are on T and K, and I might see if I can find one at York, because I1s are the only Pensy that, for right now, Steam that I don't have that I would like. I obviously have a K4 is coming, but with I1s, they look great lashed up. You know, that's how they ran them. You know, or just get like an I1 and lash it up with an L1. I have an L1, or lash it up with an M1. Yeah, Lou, you're right. Cash in hand, be like, hey, this is what I got. This is what I'm going to give you. It was a Muffin-owned engine. That's where I'm sure he takes care of his stuff, but there's money to be made. You know, you got to make money. Big Rich. Heike does stuff for Big Rich. He's working on an Atlantic letter for Southern Pacific and weather. Oh, nice. I saw that you could do that. They had some ones that were just bare, and you could just get what you wanted. That's cool. Cabin fever auctions. What is this? See, this stuff is all foreign to me. I don't know anything about it. But what I do know is that I try to stay away from looking, because my wallet will start to. I'll have to put my wallet on life support. I don't want to do that. Rolling stock, like I said, I'd like to get those Peabodys. I mean, there's not really a whole lot that I'm really looking for. The stuff popped up that I'd like to get. I'd like to get more hoppers. I'd like to get some Reading hoppers, some Lehigh Valley hoppers, 2-bay hoppers. I love 2-bays. I'd probably get some of those. Cylindrical hoppers I like. As far as passenger cars, I don't really know. I know there's a lot of cool third rail stuff coming out, which, you know, I shoot myself in the foot. It's safer to not. It is. See, Tom, what's up, Tom? How are you doing, buddy? It is safer to not know. Like, out of sight, out of mind, man. Just straight and narrow, tunnel vision. It's an auction house in Pennsylvania. Very nice. I think I'm going to start buying Weaver engines. If I do get some engines and things, I think I'm going to start getting some Weaver. I have one Weaver engine, but I don't know. I just feel like sometimes those are a little bit forgotten. One second. Something's going on with the chat. There we go. Sorry about that. Apologize. Mark's O-Scale Trains. Welcome to the stream. Layout looks great. Thank you very much. I am located in central Pennsylvania. If you guys know where the Little League World Series is, that's where I live, in that area. Yeah, 1,300 is, like I said, 1,800. Oh, we're talking trains here right now? Okay. You know what? I'm going to go out on an emotional limb here. And we're going to see. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some old MTH ones. Yeah, $1,300 for a short tender. Which one is it? 4250. I mean, it looks new. Still got the tape over the dome. See the pickup rollers. Yeah, it looks like it's been ran. What do they have it for a rating? Like new. That's still a lot of money. You get a code, get $10 off, so there you're under $1,300. It's nice looking. See, I can't be looking. You're killing me, Lou. Good old Billysport. Yep. Good old Williamsport, buddy. Big Rich. Yes, my 2-bay hoppers looks cooler for my layout. My Wheeling and Lake Erie hoppers are 4-bay, look giant. I can see that. Aaron says he saw something on trains, just don't got the cash right now. That's the problem. That's the problem. Mark Skill. Nice. I'm about 5 minutes from Millhouse. Oh, cool. You're just out. So you're out the falls. Very nice. Look forward to see Alan here. Yep, he'll be on here about 20-ish minutes. Yeah, so about 18 to 20 minutes, guys. He'll be on. I got to run TDKC trains, Iron Hippo set, and loved it. Yeah. Thomas is a good dude, man. That's a nice set. I almost got one of those sets. I was looking at one, but it sold. Darn. So I didn't have the budget for if I wanted one of my friend brought us over GLA hoppers. A nice string of GLA hoppers would be cool, for sure. I like using mostly 2 and a few 3-bay hoppers. I agree with that, Sly Cat. I do like 2-bay. 2-bays are my favorite. Love the fish bellies. Bill shot his York budget on an EM1. That's the problem, see? When stuff breaks into the York budget, it's not good. Oh yeah, that's on my list. The Empire State Express is on my list. For sure. K-Line diecast 2-bay hoppers with real cool. Oh yeah, those are phenomenal. Every time I go to Gersbowski's, I try to get more of them. They're so nice. I'll probably get more at York too. Iron Hippo set is a beautiful set. It is. I think that's the I1 that they have on that? Is that the one that's preserved? I think it's in New York. And then the same with the new Cumberland set with the L1. I think that has the preserved 520 Mikado on it. Hey, if you got a steal, That's all that matters. James is busy with Queen City high railers setting up at the Chevrolet Field train layout this week. Very nice. Big Rich said he got Frisco 2-bay hopper set coming now. I need the steamer. There you go. Anybody getting any 080 switchers that are dropping? I think they're out. Well, they're not. They're here, but I don't know if they're at the retailers yet. Those 080s look nice. Aaron says, Mike, how's the expansion going? It's good. Right now, we're working on, if you can see over in the video on your right with the engine, if you look up in the corner, the right corner, right above the roundhouse there, you can see the lattice work. We're working on this side of the layout, the tunnel portals going into the expansion, and then once that's done, I'm going to go to the other side and start working. I have to get a backdrop ordered at some point here, probably within a month or so, from, I think it's going to be Backdrop Warehouse, I think I'm going to use. Whoever the Susquehanna Valley used, they did a fantastic job. Lower Susquehanna Valley Modular Railroad Club used. I'm going to get a backdrop put in and then start building mountain work over there. But I really want to get that, obviously get the backdrop in first before I do anything else. That wall over there in that room is a little bit different. It's a paneled wall and it has textured on it, and I'm not really a fan of that being like a background wall with just painted blue. It would just kind of look funky to me, so I got to put a backdrop up. So yeah, once this is done in here, get this decorated, detailed, the whole 9 shebang, go to the other side, get the backdrop put up, put some mountains up, figure out what I want to do for the buildings. I have a couple ideas. And then work on the spot where I'm at right now in the layout for the small little town that I'm going to do, kind of like a downtown deco style town, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working on. And then at some point, get the skirting on the layout on the bottom part done. I have the skirting. It's just I have to get it. It's got to get hemmed and then have it installed. I think my wife said something about getting it hemmed, but I'm not sure when. Lifey's got a hikey structure and auction. Yeah, no thanks. 64 modules. I wish I would have bought that Cumberland Valley set instead of buying just a Mikado. I know somebody that has that set, Don. Pretty sure he still has it. Chad just got some Atlas 52-foot 6-inch Army flats in. Nice. Very cool. Ben's Trains is here. What's up, Ben? Backdrop Warehouse is fantastic. Yes, that's who I would like to use. Thanks for coming in, dude. That means a lot. Seriously, it really does. Taking your time to come on the stream. We're going to have Al from Millhouse River Studio here on momentarily, about 10 minutes. So stand by, man, if you want to ask some questions or just want to hang out and listen. Yeah, Rich, I should have jumped on that Hippo set too when I saw one, but I was like, oh, maybe you'll have it for York, but it got sold. And he had it for a really good price. Road number is, name is the Mikado. I know it's 520? Is it 520 that's in the set? I'm not sure which one. Maybe you're thinking maybe the one he got. You got any planes hanging from the ceiling or aircraft? I don't do any of that stuff. It's an idea. Pop-Up's Train Room, what's up? How are you? Good evening. Dathan's on. How are you? It's always good to see Dathan come on. Doc, oh, he's king of the Reading. He is the king of the Reading. Him and Bernsey. I'd love to just sit in a room with Doc and Bernsey and just drink whiskey and listen to them talk about writing. Yeah, Ben, for sure. We all are. Yep. Although I think your addiction's a little bit more intense than mine. Like you're in it, bro. It's awesome. It's cool to see it. I love the videos that you make, especially with your wife and her interacting and things. I think that's it's cool because it's true. Sorry, was in a New Jersey high rail. Oh well, don't mean to keep you, bro. That's all good. Don Peck, Pensy, I think 96. Number 96. Nice. Very cool. Very, very nice. So that's pretty much the goal for what we have going on right now with the layout. Crazy thing was the other day. Was it the other day? It was like week. I don't know whenever it was. Time is just kind of up in the air anymore. I thought about expanding more on the expansion, an expansion on the expansion, and having like a staging yard. But in order for me to do that, I have to really do some finagling, and I'd have to be ducking under things, and it would just be chaos. But because I know some people are asking about staging yards, but I think maybe the best bet would be just do like a staging yard off of the back, and let it sit in the back. But crazier things have happened. Yeah, Ben's got that in with Atlas. He knows. He's got it. He's got that in. I appreciate that, Doc. That means a lot, man. Seriously means a lot. It's cool to see when people, pop on your streams and interact with you and everybody else. It's a great community. Listening like usual. Things are going well, Dathan. How are things going with you, man? You excited for York? Are you going to York, or did you say you're not and going in the fall? Can't remember. We can do it. I can do it. You believe? I can put another expansion. The whole thing's an expansion. In for a penny, in for a pound. I know, man. Mark's O scale trains. Any advice for anybody can chime in on this one? Any advice for your first trip to York this month? Take cash if you can. Try not to use a card. Really look around and see what you like and what you're into. Don't go in there and just put your put your gas pedal to the floor. Like really take your time, and depending, maybe you're looking for something. If you're looking for something, Doc, I'm trying to talk some sense into them. And you're like buying quantities of yes. It's going to be overwhelming at first because you're going to be seeing lots of things. I mean, your O scale, you're going to see a lot of O scale. Are you going just for a day? If you're going just for a day, it's different if you're going for two, because obviously you can look around and maybe kind of get an idea, and then maybe the next day go back and buy. However, you still got to be careful with that stuff might not be there. But I mean, it's like any other show or things like that. If you see something that you like and you want to get it right then and there. Don't wait. Don't do another lap or anything like that, because if you come back, it could be gone. But also take into consideration what you can afford and set yourself a budget, because it's real easy to go to the ATM and draw out more money. I'm not going to discourage you from doing that. I'm just saying if it was me and, that's how I would do it. But I've ran out of cash, and I had someone actually pull money out of, actually it was Zach, pull money out of an ATM so I could buy an engine. Then I just found a modem. So just be careful. That's all I'll say. Just be careful. Find what you like. Mass model trains. This summer, I hope to get work done on my bigger sun deck. Very cool, man. Dude, keep in touch. I'd like to see the progress. Josh can't wait for the two train shows in June. Bring cash, like I said. Yep, Tom knows. All right, guys, we're gonna bring in Al from Millhouse. There he is.
How you doing, guys?
How's it going, Al?
Busy.
So we got about 35 guys in here tonight, man. So
okay.
Welcome to.
Your audio just dropped. Can you hear me? I don't.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
So the one and only guys, Al from Millhouse River Studios. You guys have all seen his work. You guys seen his products. I'm an advocate of his stuff. I have his turntable, his Roundhouse that just came out. Released the beginning of last year?
Last May, I started taking orders for him.
Last May. So, and I think I got mine.
June or July?
Yeah, I think it was summertime I got mine. It was around summertime.
Yep.
So it was myself and a couple other guys. We were like the first 4 or 5 guys that got them. They're great kits. Al, not only he doesn't just do roundhouses and turntable, he does transfer kits or transfer tables. Does he love doing them? Absolutely, it's his favorite thing to make.
Thank you.
No, he will make them for you. He also does the coal dumpers. What else you got, Al, that you're making?
The flood loaders, so you can automatically load your cars.
Automatically load the cars.
The conveyors to move the coal between the two.
Right.
And I'm coming out with that engine servicing building, which I'm working on. I'll show you guys some of that tonight.
Perfect. So let's do it that way. We'll go. That works good. So so tell us a little bit about the history of Millhouse, how it came to be.
Okay.
What got you into doing turntables, and like what was the thought process behind the company?
Well, I've been into model trains since I was a kid, and got away from the hobby like a lot of people do. Life gets in the way.
Sure.
And then had younger kids, and they got trains for Christmas. And I told my wife, I says, I'm going to get back into the hobby and build a layout. She goes, oh, sure, that'd be great. So the next week, I cleaned out the basement and took it over. So
there you go.
She come downstairs a week later. She goes, oh my God, this thing's huge. What are you going to do with all this? I'm like, make a layout.
Yeah, right. Just wait.
Anyway, so I'm a commercial photographer by trade. Okay. And I've been doing that for like 30 some years.
Right.
And with the commercial work, it's always slow from January to April.
You got to find something to do. Right.
Well, yeah. And so I said, well, I'm in the hobby. I know what's out there. And I'm like, at the time it was AAA and Ross, and Bowser just got out of it.
Right.
And I'm like, there's a need for a turntable. So I started doing, I was posting on the OGR forum and stuff like that. And guys are like,
what year was this? What year was this, Al, that you started this?
I started in 2009.
Okay, 2009. Okay.
Yep.
So we're 17 years ago? What is that? No, more than that. Oh my gosh.
No. 14, isn't it?
20, so 2009, so what were we in 20? Oh my gosh, 27 years ago.
Yeah. So.
Jeez.
Anyway, so I've been doing it for a while. And so I started doing it. My wife told me, she goes, who's going to buy these? And I'm like, well, there's a market.
There is.
And so now, on average, we're doing about 125 tables a year. So about 3 a week.
Ooh, 3 a week. Wow.
Yeah, on average. I mean, it slows down in the summer months, whatever, but I'm still working through the summer.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm shipping them all around the world. And, I mean, Korean Brass wound up buying one of my 34 turntables for their museum in South Korea.
That's what I was just going to say. It's not just like, commercial use at home. It's these museums and museum grade quality places that are buying this stuff, using it.
Yep. So my photo studio, I I used to do a lot of tabletop and still life photos in the studio, which I had built
Right.
behind my home back in the day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, most of the stuff had moved to location work, so I said I'm gonna take the studio over for my shop, and now I'm outgrowing the space, so I need to put an addition on. My wife's looking at me like, do you really want to, you know, I'm gonna be 60 next year, or no, 59, excuse me.
Yeah.
um, do you want to be doing this in like 10 years? I'm like, probably. I enjoy doing what I do.
Right. Now, when you first started doing turntables, like what was like the vision? Like what did you have specific designs that you wanted to do, product or like materials? Like how were you like how am I gonna like what was the thought process behind like how am I gonna execute this?
Well, I looked at what was out there because, like I said, I'm in the hobby,
Yeah.
and I looked at AAA, and I liked their build quality with the aluminum,
Right.
and they had the museum quality you pay extra for, and then there was Ross, and but I'm a detail guy. I love details,
Sure. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
so the AAA was definitely the one. But I was like, I don't know if I can justify $5,000 on a turntable, you know. So I said, I was the new kid on the block, so I kind of went in there in between. Well, I was actually a little bit less than Ross at the time when I first was establishing,
Right.
and it kind of took over from there. And then I think it was 2019 that AAA decided they were going to call it quits.
Wow.
So, then it was just myself and Ross for,
Yeah.
you know, or
Well,
the Atlas.
when did Bowser pull out of it?
Bowser pulled out when I was just starting. It's
Okay.
2009.
Because they had like what, like a wood style kit or something, or
Yeah, it was a plywood sheet
that's
that they
right.
cut the
Yep.
circle and then they tacked in a brass pit wall
Right.
and used the
Yeah.
cutout for the bottom.
Okay. Okay.
The problem is their shaft was about the size of a pencil.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and there was no tail support on the shaft, so it wanted to lean, if there was any torque on it.
Right. Right.
And as far as indexing goes, they really didn't have anything that worked because it was a friction drive, and anytime it would slip, everything would be off.
Right. So that's the other thing too is like how did you come up with the idea of doing the indexing and lining things up without like how did that whole thing come together?
When the first couple years that I started, I had manual tables, and then all the layout builders that wanted to use my product, they're like, you need to come out with indexing because our seniors can't line it
Right.
up by eye.
Sure.
So I have an electronics engineer that works for me and does my programming, builds my boards and stuff like that. So this stuff's
Okay.
built here in the States.
Right.
Um, so he set out and we told him what the specifications had to be. It had to have the speed steps to replicate the drum controller. Um, and we spent about a year in development to get everything we wanted out of the system.
Wow.
Yeah. And we wanted to make it so it was retrofittable to all the ones that bought previous that were manual.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was quite the task, but we did it. And then probably in 2015, Lionel came to me and said, "We want to put because we had the TMCC control,
Right. Yeah.
and we had done that because it was open source, and everybody's like, well, why don't you do MTH?" And I'm like, well, because I don't want the team of lawyers knocking on my door. Um, you know, so basically, Lionel at the time was John Z was ahead of their development,
Right.
and he said, "Hey, do you want us to put your turntable into our app?" I'm like, "Sure." So they bought one of my tables and put the app or the turntable in the app.
Wow.
So
And what year was this roughly?
that was probably 2015, maybe
Okay.
something like that.
They're like 11 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, John's been gone a while.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now,
Yep.
when you got the idea, so the first turntable that you built, like when did you come up to like understanding like size wise, like okay, we're gonna do this diameter. I know like
Well,
Pensy didn't have real big ones, or like where did that whole idea?
I started out with a the big one, the 34, because everybody wanted to fit a big boy.
Right.
So, that's what I started out with. And then I said, well, I need to make like a 28 and a 24. So
Some diesel
that is
guys or
my three
whatever.
sizes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I got people asking, well, I can't fit a 34, but I want bigger than 28. And so I said, well,
That's me, 32.
my girder sizes are in 2-inch increments. So I went to 28, then to 30, then 32. So I can do anything from a 24 all the way to the 34.
24 to all the way to, and that's going to fit basically everything.
Yeah.
I mean, up to a duplex and things like that. It's going to
So
fit S1.
I just wanted to give you a quick show here while I'm in the shop. My welder's in finishing up a table for me tonight. His name's Dan.
Okay.
So
Let's
this
check it out.
is Dan, my
What's up,
welder.
Dan? How are you?
How's it going?
Good. How are
So
you?
here's a table in our fixture.
Okay.
We have it on a welding table, and it's fixtured in here. And here's our tabs mounted onto
mounting tabs. Yep.
mounting tabs, and he's gonna weld one on here. So give me 1 second.
This is the guy, man.
Yeah, he's. Oh, hold on.
You're good. You're good.
All right, hold on. I'm going to. Is there a way to flip the camera on mine?
I don't know if there's a way to flip. Just turn it around if you can.
All right. Tell me if you see me or see everything. Okay.
I got you.
You see him?
Go there. Yep.
Could you see it? Okay.
Oh yeah, I could see it. Yeah, that's fantastic.
So we're TIG welding.
Yep, I was gonna say he's got to be TIG. I was actually looking at welding today, and I was like, "That's a TIG weld."
Yeah.
he's a young kid too, isn't he?
Yeah, my other guy has been doing it for like 35, 40 years, and but he's just as good as he is. I mean, he's amazing.
Well, yeah, I've seen the welds that. I mean, then here's the other thing, guys. You don't understand. Like these, like the welds that you just saw that are put on those. That is on.
You can see the welds.
These made in America welds, man. Like buy right here. Every weld that you see on these kits is handmade, and no detail is every detail's poured over. It's amazing.
Well, it's funny. The tabs that you saw.
Yeah.
These are the tabs as they're come out of the laser from cutting on the sheets.
Yeah.
We break them down, and then I wound up stamping them onto the press brake
to fold them up
to form them.
What's the thickness?
Hold on a second. So this is I don't know if you can see this, but this is the hydraulic press brake that we have in the shop.
Okay.
It's 3-phase powered, and we have a auto gauge here. We set in what we want for our stops. So when I move this according to this setback, if I hit this, I don't know if you can see this here.
Yeah.
See the fence? Watch it.
Oh yeah, sure.
So it's going to come back up and stop where I need it. Okay. So you know those channel supports that hold the girder on the bottom?
Right.
Okay. So this is what they look like when they're cut.
No kidding.
Okay. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to have my welder Dan hold the phone for you.
Perfect.
All right. You can see me here, right?
Yeah.
So I put the part in here, put it up against the fence, and I come down, and I got a foot brake, push it down. Oops, hold on. Got to power up the main part of the press. Here we go. Come down. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I see it.
So it just bends it.
Clean bend.
Like that, clean bend. And then we check it too to make sure that it's at a 90.
Right.
And then what we do is we go in here, and on my second station, 7, up here, I have everything set up on my sheet so I can just check it. Now if I hit auto, it'll go back to the fence and it'll move. See, it just pulled up. To bend this, I stick it up in here now. Hold it there. Bends the one side.
Yeah.
Flip it around.
Right.
And do the second side. And then I have a finished part.
Wow. That simple.
So
that simple and that precise.
Well, and the funny thing is a lot of people don't realize what all you have to do to make a part, because if you make a mistake and you're not thinking about what you're doing, this is a motor guard that I wasn't thinking when I put it back in there, and I bent it the wrong way.
Oh,
so yeah, it's stuff like that. So a couple other quick things I'll show you, which you
absolutely.
Let's think pretty cool. Here's how we work with the tables in the stand.
Okay.
They're locked into it's called a jaw horse.
Okay.
And we can test them and stuff. Use the keypad. So if I want to spin it around,
wonderful.
It goes through the speed steps. It'll come and stop over here.
Now I can tell that's a Pensy turntable.
Yeah, it is. This is another one that's getting ready for primer in the stand. It's got the inserted ring mounted and glued in and all sanded and primed and ready. And then we'll prime it and then paint it and then weather it if it's getting weathered.
And you manufacture all that stuff right there in-house.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's one thing people need to understand is like it's all done in-house in New York.
Everything's here in the States.
Right. It's all in the States.
So this past year, I wound up upsizing our laser to a bigger laser. So this one here is our new laser. And I don't know if you have any idea of scale on that.
That's huge.
So
I think you and I talked about this.
So this, I can actually slide 4x8 sheets right into this bed.
You were telling me you could do a bunch in like one little passing there.
Oh yeah. So, like this is that wall for the engine servicing building. That's on the screen.
Okay. Oh right. Yep.
So that is that. This is in the software. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. So that brick pattern you saw?
Right.
This is the brick pattern on the screen.
There it is. Yep.
All those things have to be drawn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's that. And you know our keypads that you guys use all the time?
Oh, yeah.
So we have, this is a CO2 laser that I just showed you. Then over here we have a 200 watt fiber laser. And then we have a UV laser over here. So this one does the plastics and stuff. So like when you saw your Roundhouse roof, all the text that's on there.
Right.
We do that with the UV.
Oh, wow.
And we also do like our promos of our own pens. That's done on the UV laser.
I have one. I have mine laying right here. I have one. Yes.
But here's our keypad. Now if you can see it on the laser.
Okay. Yeah.
See that? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to expose this so that it looks like one of these.
Yep. There's the guard.
You guys are gonna like this. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So watch this. There we go. Can you see it? Okay.
I can see it. Tell me it's engraving it right now.
Yep. Wait till it gets to the other spot. And it's done.
What kind of witchcraft is that?
It's called fiber laser. It does metal etching. It actually engraves into the stainless steel.
So I'm looking at mine right in front of me. That's basically what, I mean, there's no like the logo, you could barely feel any like notching or anything like that, except for down like on the bottom part. But your logo, made it as flat.
Well, and the other thing is too, is I can actually do color with the laser, depending on the frequency.
You're killing me, Al.
And then this is like just some of the woods and stuff that we use for cutting our decks and all that kind of stuff, and our cabs and all that. Let's see. This is the demo base for a 3-stall of the engine servicing building.
Oh, wow. That's
So
amazing.
it's got the same pockets. Same pockets as the other one. I'm still debating if I want to do the wood planks or if I want to do diamond plate.
What's the difference? Like, what's the catch up of like deciding?
Well, the diamond plate, we have to remove material off the entire surface in order to engrave down in and expose the diamond plates above.
Okay.
So it's a lot more laser time.
Gotcha.
The wood decks, I think, look nice. So I'm leaning that way.
Okay.
This here is my bank of 3D printers.
Oh my gosh.
So this one here, I'll show you. This one here is, you're probably familiar with what these are.
Are those arches?
Huh?
What are those?
Those are the windowsills for the Roundhouse.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Now I see them. Oh, I know. I see where they're at now.
They're hanging on supports. It's a liquid resin that we use, and it's hardened by UV light.
Wow. Now, what do you use for your like your in the center, like your towers, not your towers, but your arches and things like that? Like, what do you use for your brass and?
Well, what I'll do is I will make a master model out of the resin.
Okay.
And then I send it to my brass caster, which is in Rhode Island. And then they'll make a lost wax mold with it. So they destroy the part after it's put through the mold. And then basically, this is like the brass parts.
There they are.
Here's the motor gear detail.
Yeah. Details that go down around the bottom. Yep.
So all the different sizes, and then we have our all of our cabs that we cut in bag.
Wow.
Yeah. What else? So one of the, I don't know if anybody's into machinery or whatever, but one of the best things I ever bought, I don't know if you've ever tapped a hole with a thread tap.
Okay. Oh, sure, absolutely.
Usually that's when you damage and break a bit is in a hole after you finish the part.
Right.
So I wound up buying one of these things. It's called a tapping arm. So see this thing here?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's got a pneumatic.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got a clutch in it. So when you tap a hole, if it feels resistance before it would break the tap, it clutches out.
Okay.
And then it's got a button on here that you can reverse it just by hitting the button and hit. It goes the opposite way to back it out, and then you re-tap down.
Gotcha. Okay.
This area here, this is the panel saw that we have for cutting down sheet material.
Right.
Stock of MDF and the Baltic birch that we use for our rings and gears.
Right.
And then this is the CNC machine.
Is this where you cut your bases?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, this is where I cut the one out this morning for the
transfer table.
And then this is the control cabinet for this. This is also a 3-phase. I'm trying to watch the phone and see where it's pointing here. But I just changed out the spindle about a week ago and put a new spindle on this machine. It's water cooled. And it's got an auto tool changer, which is going to save me a ton of time. Because the previous one I had to change out each bit, touch off and all this stuff. And this one here is going to have a tool rack that the tool lives in the holders so it can be swapped out by the program on the fly.
Okay.
So, and then one other quick thing here. This is our ring roller. That rolls the pit wall. This thing here.
Oh
Feed the
yes.
strip through this. Feed the
That
strip through this, and then
yeah.
it rolls it. And there's a foot pedal that controls it. And then this here is also all of our dies and stuff that we use for bending all the different profiles and stuff.
Now, when you bend the one rail that goes in the pit, like how do you do that? Do you just use a different, like for instance, for mine, like a 32-inch, like do you custom bend all of that and then weld it?
Yes, they're all. I don't know if you can see this on this. See the three wheels.
Okay, yeah.
There's this screw here, and basically on this gauge, we can adjust it based off the size. So if we need a tighter ring, obviously we bring it down into a tighter radius.
Okay, and then do you just TIG weld it together at the end there?
Yes.
Okay.
And then it gets cut and seamed. As a matter of fact, I don't know if, let's see. Here, this is the one he just finished. This is the seam right there.
Beautiful. I mean, look at those welds. Beautiful. And again, guys, these
And
aren't
it's on
these
the
aren't machine
inside.
welds. These are welds done by a person.
Yes. So that's pretty much it. And then here's a couple more that are got to get boxed up tomorrow and shipped out. Those are a couple 34s.
Wow.
And then this is our bridge sides and parts for making up the bridges.
Now I know so the roundhouse is the first thing that you really wanted to like put your or the turntable is the first thing that you really wanted to put attention to.
Yes.
And then how did you kind of veer off to do like, hey, let's do transfer tables? Was that something that somebody was like, hey, can you make this? And you were like, I'll
Well,
try it, sure.
the turntables, because I was on the OGR forum for a long time.
Yeah.
My handle was CS6AL. So, which I don't have any more CSX. I got rid of all that because it was too modern.
Yeah, you gotta go 50s, 60s, man. Get back in there. Yep.
So you saw the bridge parts over there for the bridge sides and stuff. So this is a bridge that's going to get welded on the table in the fixture. It's a giant hunk of steel that's machined, that we machined on the mill over here behind me.
Wow.
And it basically bolts down to hold everything in place, and then it's fixtured so that this steel acts as a big heat sink, because
Okay.
aluminum likes to move when it gets hot. So if you look at the sides of the bridge, this is before it gets welded. Can you see it? The pockets?
Okay, yeah, right, sure.
There's one up here, here, one over here.
Okay.
And it gets all welded together. He's going to weld that together for us. Hold on a second.
Let's check it out.
All right, hold on one second. I got to grab my hood because I don't want to go blind.
No, you don't want that.
It's like sand in your eyes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's awful.
All right,
We're gonna do some welding here, guys. Just stand by.
All right, hold on. Tell me, can you see okay?
Down a little bit. There you go.
How's that?
Perfect.
All right.
Do it.
Go ahead. And then he will go ahead and unclamp that section and then work on the sides of the bridge and tie that all together.
Okay.
So,
There's another one.
yep.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. So you can feel the heat from being a few feet away from it.
And the thing that people don't understand is like they see this stuff and they're just like they don't. I wanted them to see like the back, like how you make stuff, and
Well, yeah.
it's amazing.
So this is a bridge here. Hold on. This is a bridge here.
Yeah.
After it's got the girder applied to it. The blocking has been epoxied in.
Right.
The block in the bottom for the
Yep.
pins to meet up with that
Pins that
T-bar.
go into the table and go into the bottom. Yep.
Yep. And then you got the bogies with the brass journal boxes on the ends of the bridge.
Bogey boxes. Oh my gosh.
So this is ready for paint. And then like our deck, the decking we make is an entire section. So it's all one piece with the track and the decking and the ties. And then that gets bolted down on top of the bridge once it's painted.
You go through a lot of Atlas track, don't you?
Yeah, I just got an order coming in. We're good.
Does he just send you the rails, or does he send you all of it?
No, I cut. That's how I get all those extra rails for the Roundhouse. Is I cut out the center rail for my pit wall or pit ring.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
You know the T-bar that's in the tables?
Yes.
So, where is it? Hold on. Oh, so this is the T-bar, right? Did you see?
Yep. That's where it sits down in.
It sits into it in these holes.
Right.
Okay. So in the mill, we machine this. So here's like the program for the T-bar holes. I don't know if you can see that on the screen.
I can see. I see the whole. Yep. That
Okay,
it's just insanity to me. It's crazy.
Well, the funny thing is this mill, I actually made it into a CNC mill. I built the. There's an electronics cabinet back there, that blue cabinet. It's filled with electronics that I had to install and hook up all the drives. So I'm going to show you this because most people don't realize this either. So here's the mill. There you go. You can see it. I'm going to hit go on this. So
Okay.
if I hit start, hold on. If I hit start on here.
Oh my God.
So it's going to drill the 4 1/4-inch holes into the steel bar. And I don't know if you can see the hunks of steel coming out of the bit. It doesn't take much to do it. Now it's onto the second hole.
And this is all water.
No, it's an oil-based coolant. That's water-based. It's water-based coolant. And we have like a pump and stuff in a tank down below.
Okay.
And it basically recycles down into the sump.
To be reused again.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so, you know, we cut all the T-bar tops, and then we also have to machine the flat on the shaft. So it's finishing up the last hole now, and then this T-bar will be done because it's already got the 1/2-inch hole already drilled in it that was done a little bit earlier, and the 1/8-inch hole for the wire mount. So it's done. So it shuts it off, and it'll retract back up to the resting position.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So
clean it off. There it is. That's the middle. Yeah.
And you can see all the steel that resides in the mill. Anyway, a lot of stuff.
So tell us a little bit about since we talked a little bit about the transfer table, the roundhouse, or the turntable. What made you get into the roundhouse? What was like? Hey, you know what? We need to make it a roundhouse, because I know that you were kind of like partnered, not really partnered up, but everybody was saying, "Oh, hey, go to this company. Oh, hey, go to this company." And all of a sudden,
We did that for a while. We
Millhouse
used to send a lot of work to Bob at Altoona.
Right. And I know even Corber, I know they would say like, "Hey, match it up with Corber or match it up with," you know. And now all of a sudden we have Millhouse has a roundhouse, and what was like, "Hey, let's do one."
Yeah. Like I said, we've been doing these for a long time, and we usually get the phone call from the customer saying, "Oh, now I need a roundhouse. Who do I go see?"
Right.
And for the longest time, I referred to a bunch of people.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I just decided that, you know what, we're going to do roundhouses, and we're going to do engine buildings, and we're going to do other buildings along the way. So hopefully I can get a expansion on the shop. We're negotiating that with my wife right now.
So
basically, you're trying to negotiate layout space. I'm trying to increase shop space. at 58.
It's crazy to say from where you started and to see where you're at now, how it's just expanded and what you're doing and does it stop? Are you gonna do you have anything that you could give us any inkling of some things that are happening in the future? What's the future of Millhouse?
Well, I want to continue working myself.
Sure.
For me, it doesn't feel like work.
It's fun.
Because
Yeah.
it's fun.
You
I
enjoy
enjoy
it.
what I do. And, I don't have a time clock that I have to punch every day for somebody. I work for myself. I've worked for myself for 35 years.
You can't beat that.
No. Believe me, there are times when it's just before York and I'm pulling my hair out and working long hours to get everything done before York. And everybody jokes, it's like, oh, York's 6 months away, whatever. I'm like, that's not a lot of time when you're trying to come out with stuff all the time.
I have a question here. Don asks, how many employees do you have?
I've got another guy that helps me out in the shop. I've got a couple welders, Dan and another gentleman that weld for me. And then I have my electronics engineer that does all my programming software and builds the boards for me. And he does the stuff for all the different products.
Okay.
And he's 20 minutes from me.
Oh, so he's right there. My gosh, he's a hop, skip, and a jump.
And he builds the boards by hand. He doesn't send it to China.
Right. Yeah, it's not outsourced.
Right. And, the software isn't touched by China, so they're not going to be taking it and all that.
Here's another question. A Pennsylvania roundhouse to match a Pennsylvania turntable. Is that something that you could customize and do if somebody really wanted it?
Well, what do they consider a Pennsylvania roundhouse? Because this one here that we modeled after was actually a one
in Norfolk and Western. Yeah.
Yeah. So
if somebody let's just say, for instance, if somebody gave you maybe schematics to a Pennsylvania turntable that existed. Oh, you're good. You get
there? Yeah. I was like, all of a sudden I got a
That's okay.
blank screen. Okay.
So let's say if somebody said, hey, I would really like for you to do a roundhouse that existed in the Pennsylvania Railroad. Here's what it looked like. Could you do it?
I could. It's just right now is just the time of the day. Or how much time I have left.
So it could happen, but
it could happen.
There'd be some hoops to jump through.
Yeah, I've got a customer right now that they're planning on building a new expansion of the layout, and they wanted to do. It's a father-son team.
Oh, beautiful.
And it started off as a 7 stall. They want maybe go to like a 10.
Beautiful.
The 7 stall is huge.
That is big. And I will say this too. Al actually put a really good perspective into my head when we were doing the roundhouse thing. He said, don't ever do a roundhouse that is in groupings of 2. Do it in odd numbers because it doesn't.
Odd numbers always look better, and that's from my photo experience.
Yes.
My aesthetics. When you look at something, if it's an even number, it just looks weird.
It just looks too clean and too
segmented.
Exactly, segmented. I will go with segmented.
Oh, by the way, I'm actually ahead a little bit this year for York. So beautiful. I didn't show you this. This is roundhouses and lighting kits for York.
Oh my God!
There you go, Will. I got two 7 stalls that are going to be there for sale, and 2 5 stalls, both with lighting too.
Awesome. So there you go, guys. If you're gonna go to York, he's got some kits for sale. We're gonna be doing a little bit of a thing here a little bit later. I'm gonna be giving some people, if you're going to York and you mention my name and you mention this stream, I'm gonna be giving you $50 towards your purchase. So nice. That's on me. If you're gonna be getting something, okay.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about that because I want to get some more business to Al. Al does some great work, and I appreciate everything that he's been to be on the stream here.
I want to ask you guys some questions as far as my thoughts on this engine servicing building.
Yes. Ooh.
Yes. So, did you guys looked at the website at all as far as the sketch was?
I look at it all the time.
All right, hold on. Let me just close this. Where are we here? Here we go. So this is the drawing that I posted of like the elevations. That was from the Crestline Roundhouse. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
See that?
I see it.
So I like the look of this. And the Crestline Roundhouse, on the top here of each of these brick columns, they had like a sloped concrete stone piece.
Right.
Um, so I started doing the Roundhouse or the engine servicing building with those pieces on the face of the wall. I don't know if you can see these column pieces.
Beautiful.
Hold on. So this here would have that little stone piece that sits on
Yes.
top of the brick.
Right.
But I wasn't digging the wall. It looked too plain to me. So today I ran a new wall, two-sided. And the other thing I'm doing is the windows are bigger on this. And I'm also want to have it so that the windows, some of them can do the tilt open.
I like that visibility and that functionality.
So this is kind of like a,
Oh,
I don't know if
wow.
you can see
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's great.
So in that building, when you look at the drawing, it had windows that looked like at the top floor that
Okay.
opened, and then at the bottom they open. So on this, hold on. You got the bottom openings here, and then at the top, so that they could pivot out at the top also.
I like that.
So I did the 2 layers of wall so that there's a relief around each window with the brick.
Okay.
But looking at the drawing, if you didn't know that the building was brick on that drawing of the Crestline,
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of digging the idea of having a concrete building.
That's a cool idea. I like that.
You know, it's sort of a little modern, you know,
Sure.
but
Well, right.
I
Yeah, that
think,
would be.
you know, I mean, I got the brick, but I kind of like the concrete look, and, you know, I think it would work.
So, what era would that kind of be in?
I would guess from 50s on.
50s on. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they had concrete buildings for a long time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, but I mean, this one here is the side wall.
That's beautiful.
And I don't know if you can see the step in the stone or the brick around
Yeah,
the windows.
I can see it.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
and then I've added these sills that would sit here to give you like a windowsill.
Gosh, I'm going to have to get one.
I know you don't like to open the wallet though, because I heard you earlier talking about trains.
Yeah.
Before I came on.
Yeah.
I was laughing. I'm like, everybody's that way.
No, that's beautiful. So that's so well what all are you going to be bringing to York with you? You got the turntables, you got some
I'm going to bring like 4 extra turntables with me.
Roundhouse kits.
All 34s.
All 34s.
I've got,
so fit your big boys.
Yep, I got 4 Roundhouse kits. I got lighting kits, 2 or 7, 2 or 5s. I've got a over there. I've got a rotary coal dumper that I'm going to try and finish up this week to take to York.
How do those do as far as selling, like the rotary dumpers?
You know, it's funny. They come in spurts.
Yeah.
You know, I just had a guy call me the other day and he goes, I've got your rotary dumper. I want a flood loader now, and I want to get the conveyor to complete the package. And I'm like, that's great. He says, I'll probably get it in June.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. You know, I got a lot of guys that like talk to me for probably a year or 2 before they pull the trigger. You know,
it's funny because like with your products, it's not like everybody goes in and just gets one thing. They're like, oh, I got the turntable. Oh, I need the roundhouse.
Yep.
Oh, now I want the maintenance shop. Oh, and I want a transfer table. It's like all these things. You did that on purpose, didn't you?
I did. You want to hear a funny thing? As my wife said to me the other day, because I don't know if many people know this. Last year, I had a heart attack.
I did, yeah.
In July.
We were praying for you, man.
Thank you. I mean, everything's good now. I'm off my medications completely, so beautiful. I'm off the blood thinners, which is all great. Awesome. And I feel good, and I'm back in the gym working out.
Good for you, man.
But she's like, well, don't you want to downsize your product line? I'm like,
Nope.
no.
I want to make it bigger.
Exactly. And she's looking at me like I got three heads. And I'm like, no. I says, I want to grow. I says, it's great to have my stuff out there, and I enjoy the people give me feedback on stuff.
And it's funny because like
Uh,
every time I walk by like your booth at York or something like that, you're always busy.
like
People are
three deep
always
at the booth.
everybody's always asking because it's just one of those things. It's like the Cadillac of model railroading. Everybody wants to have a turntable. They want to have
Yep.
a roundhouse. They want the space for it, and they figure out a way for it. I mean, I did. It's just like I gotta have it.
Well,
It's
it was
just one of
funny
those
because
things.
two guys that are big in the hobby, like Norm.
Oh
Sharp.
God, Norm. Yes, Norm.
I know Norm. I mean, we actually did a class on kit bashing and scratch building
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh, like
Okay.
going back like 12, 15 years ago.
Right.
And we were talking and stuff, and he had an old Bowser sitting there on his
Oh,
layout. And I'm like, Norm, what are you doing? He goes, I know it, but I never use it. I'm like, well, why not? I
let's
says,
use it. Let's get a
yeah.
new one and use it.
So I finally talked him into do it. He came back to me the next York. He goes, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I'm like, he says, that thing is awesome.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely,
um,
absolutely.
and the same thing happened with Eric Siegel.
Yeah, he has one
He
too.
had the
Yep.
Atlas
He's got a
24 in
smaller
his
one,
layout.
but he's got a smaller one. But because I know that when he started, I feel like he said he was mostly diesel.
Yeah.
And then so he didn't really get a big one, but he does. Yeah, it's
He's got
there.
the 24.
Right. Yep.
And at the time, because I tell a lot of guys, when you're looking at turntables, if you're going to, because there's not much difference in the cost between them, because it's mostly the labor that goes into these things rather than the material cost.
Right. Because it's a lot of work.
It
It's a
is.
lot of work.
And it's just like, so I tell everybody, it's like, well, I want to get a 24 or a 28. And I'm like, well, what are you running? You know? And they're like, well, I don't have any big boys or whatever. And I'm like, okay. I said, if you think you need a 28, try to go up a size. Because if you've got the extra little space, it's not much space. Like yourself, you had the 32.
Yeah.
You got an inch on each side. You could have got a 34. Now I know you got a tight space,
I was
but
close, man. Like 34, I wouldn't have worked.
yeah. So, and the thing with it is with these tables, the way they're designed, they're meant to go in tight spots because I wanted to design it so that my buddy that helps me at York, Jeff, that's
Yes.
at the booth, he had a Bowser, and we were thinking, how can we make this easy for somebody that has a Bowser already installed so that it's not ripping up your entire layout to get a new turntable in?
Exactly.
Because most of the Bowsers sit there as a static display
Right.
because they're warped and all kinds of issues.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's warping seems like it's probably one of the bigger issues with the Bowser stuff, from my understanding.
So we thought about it, and when I first did the first tables, like for the first 6 months, I had a Baltic birch top on it with an aluminum pit wall, and then had a Baltic birch bottom on it. And we got talking, and it's like, well, let's just ditch the Baltic birch top and bottom, and let's just make it out of aluminum.
Out of metal, yeah, aluminum, sure,
Yeah,
because it's gonna last forever.
right, and it's
You
not
might
going to warp on you.
right. Let me take a
So,
break for just 1 second here.
okay,
I'll be right back.
okay. Are you done?
No, I don't want to make the noise.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Is it?
Let's wait till you're done.
Is it all done welding? You can weld right now. He stepped away for a minute.
Okay. All right, and I'll be back. I'll finish up tomorrow after work.
Okay. All right.
We'll see.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Can't hear you.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
Bill says the cool dumper is super cool. It's a must-have. Yeah, it's one of those that you see him demo. Do you sell a lot of those rotary dumpers?
When I first launched it in 2019, when AAA stopped doing it, because they had one out of plexiglass,
And you were like, nope, doing it better.
and so I looked. My buddy Jeff had a Lionel one. We looked at that one. We looked at the AAA one because somebody on the forum had one they were selling. I'm like, hey, I'll buy that just to do a little research on what they did, and saw the flaw. And I'm like, okay, we can do this.
Oh.
And I spent 2 weeks of sleepless nights trying to figure out how I was going to clamp the cars that are different sizes, to come up with a mechanism to clamp the different. Because I don't know if you know this, MTH, Lionels, and Atlas are all 3 different size cars. They're different heights, different lengths.
I wouldn't have known that.
Right. And so,
how convenient.
well, the funny thing is, now you know that Lionel one, you have to use their Raisinette coal.
Yeah.
In theirs, because if anything small gets down in their bridge, it jams the plastic gears inside their bridge.
Jeez.
So I looked at AAA, and what they did is they had a set of hooks on the edge of the bridge top where the car dumped towards.
Okay.
And you had to set the hook. It had 3 different notches, and you had to set it to the size car you were running so that it could grab the edge of the car and hold it while it was tipped over. But if you had different cars, you were done. Different manufacturers.
Why can't everything be easy?
Never. It's come on, it's O scale.
Right.
They can't even agree on an operating system, right?
Have you ever thought of doing other scales?
I do some standard gauge stuff. I've done G gauge. I've done S. I get S gauge guys that order tables, but they're usually the 24s.
Okay.
But there's not very many S gauge guys, so they wind up with an O scale arch and stuff because it's not worth the investment to get the molds and stuff made for just S.
Yeah, I mean, for as much as you're gonna do, like, is it worth it? Yeah.
Well, and I was toying down the road of going and trying to do an HO turntable for a big boy, and I basically shelved that. I says I'm not doing it.
Really? Why?
It's just too small, and like trying to do the rail for the pit. I mean, you breathe on those ties and they break off. It's just not worth the headache. I mean, I'm doing enough as it is with what I got.
So who's like the HO Roundhouse guy?
I don't know. I know Walters is the big thing in HO.
Yeah.
And the guys in HO hate it because it's plastic and they don't like it. And they've been hounding me for like 2 years. They're like, come out with the O scale or the HO Roundhouse or turntable. I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. I mean, I had in the R&D, I had a turntable welded, everything else, but just dealing with the rest of that stuff, I'm like, maybe I'd make it as a kit where I just make the carcass and they can put their own track in it, but I don't want to do it. It's just not worth the hassle.
Yeah, I was gonna say because HO is, I mean, O gauge guys or something.
Yeah,
HO is a different. It's a totally different animal.
I know. But it's funny. I mean, there's so many things that I'd like to do, but like I said, I'm running out of time in the day to get stuff done. Between designing, because a lot of guys don't realize how much time you devote into CAD to draw all the parts up so everything works.
Right.
So
with that, somebody said, so N gauge is out of the question.
Yeah, it's completely
totally
out of the question.
It's off the table. Not even in the brain. Not even a thought.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not into the small stuff. I mean, S is as small as I want to go.
And were you always an O gauge guy?
Yeah. Well, I dabbled as a kid when I was probably 8. I had an HO set and I didn't like it then.
You
I'm
didn't like it
like,
then, you ain't gonna like it when you're older.
oh, exactly. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be.
Sure, yeah. Some of those guys, I don't understand how they can like the order. I just like get bigger stuff, man. You get better sounds and
Oh, I love the sound. I mean, my favorite engine is my Lionel Challenger with the
okay,
dual speakers.
yeah. You can't beat that stuff.
I love that thing. I mean, when you blow the whistle on that thing, it sends the hair on the back of your neck right up.
Right? Yeah. It's just that's the experience that you want. Like HO,
Yeah,
you don't get that. Like I get it. It's easier. I don't want to say it's easier to model.
right.
It's obviously space you don't need as much, but you
Yeah.
know you don't see a lot of O gauge guys with crazy yards and things like that because it
Oh
just
God, no.
can't do it.
I mean, it's bad enough trying to shoehorn what I got in my basement for my layout. You know.
So how big is speaking of layout? How big is your layout that you have personally?
Okay, so my home is like over 100 years old. It's like 1917 it was built.
Okay,
And so all the utility, like the furnaces and all that stuff, are right in the middle of the basement floor.
perfect,
Yeah,
perfect.
right. And matter of fact, when I bought the house, it had an older furnace that they had changed, but they left the plenum, so it was like 2 feet sticking out of the side of the furnace. And I'm like, I had to neck down the layout to get it past that area anyway.
Yeah.
And so it's at the one end when you walk down the stairs to the basement, I've got about 12 feet wide there by
Okay.
another 11 or 12 feet for like the city end of my layout.
Sure.
And then it kind of necks down where it goes along the wall and it gets down to about 3 feet wide. And then it opens up at the next corner of the basement, which is like 30 feet from the one end to the other.
Right.
And then it goes around to across like 24 feet to a 9 foot loop and back.
Oh
But
wow.
there's three levels to it.
Oh geez.
Oh yeah, because I wanted a lot of stuff. So the TTOS that used to be here used to have every year like a club member open house layout tour.
Okay.
And so like every other year I would do it to get myself a little time to do stuff between tours. So when somebody
Right.
came, they
Yeah.
saw something new. And so I invited my friend Jeff that comes to York. He
Okay.
came over, and a lot of people ask questions like, "What did you hear?" and all this sort of stuff. I'm trying to answer questions, and I'm like, "Okay, you and there was another gentleman, Jim, that came over, and all their job was is to run trains." I says, "All
That's
you have to
it.
do is run
Right.
trains, so I can be distracted."
Right.
Because
Yeah.
when there's an open house, something always happens.
All the time.
Right?
All the time.
So on my layout, I've got a lot of reversing loops that are covered on the lower level.
Oh yeah.
So it can go in, come down one end out along the front fascia exposed, but it can, before it does that, it can also go into a tunnel and run along the back wall and go all the way down to the other end of the layout and then pop out and come back the other way along the face, or
Okay.
go back out the same way and come out the other end. So it can flip around multiple ways. And then my grades, I made it so it's not 4%, it's less than that, but I extended it so it's kind of snakes up around a curve of the hill going up to the second level.
Okay.
So it's like a big long S that
Nice.
goes up to the next level. So it
Okay.
probably takes about 10 feet or so to get up to the second level.
Yeah.
And then the third level is after it gets to that 9 foot turnaround at the other end of the basement. It goes up and it goes into the corner where it climbs behind fronts of buildings like my Corber silo front and some other big buildings I put along there, some chooch fronts. I don't know if you're familiar with those.
No. What are those?
Oh, those are the best chooch ultra scale building fronts that were resin fronts, and the average building is about 18 inches tall.
Oh wow. That's good. That's good height.
They're big and they're highly detailed resin, and they don't make them anymore. And I was fortunate enough; I bought some on eBay over the years, and
Yeah.
they usually, when they come up, they go for a good song. And the gentleman that owns Chooch has two of my 24 tables. He's a two-rail guy, and so when he ordered, I says, "Hey, I says, how would you like to
By the
make me a
way,
couple? Bill, yes. So he brought his caster out of retirement to make me some extra building fronts.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so I've got a bunch of buildings that I got to finish up. I don't know if you know this, but TTOS, not TTOS. What am I thinking of here? That's coming to Buffalo in July. The Lots convention.
Okay.
They're coming to Buffalo, and I'm on the tour. So July 10th, I think it is.
That's
And
awesome.
I've got a lot of work to do on the layout before then.
Oh my God. People are on here saying like we need to do a road trip to Al's. Like we need to go to Al's layout. Field
Yeah.
trip to Al's.
Yep. So I'm doing that. And then the other thing, now that I have the super huge laser to cut my buildings,
Yeah.
one of the buildings I've been wanting to do for my own personal layout for years is in Buffalo. There's a New York Central terminal called the Buffalo Central Terminal.
Okay.
Are you familiar with it?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
So it's got a tower on it. I think it's like at least 17 stories.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And in O scale, I think it winds up being about a foot square, the tower.
Okay.
And then you got the concourse section,
Yeah.
and it's got a huge, kind of like, like the Cincinnati terminal's got the big arched
Sure.
end
Yeah.
window.
Right.
Well, it's got that on the concourse on the front and the back. And what I'm doing is I'm making a front of the concourse section, so you'll be able to see it from like three sides, kind of, but the back you won't be able to see it. So I'm going to build the tower and then put the concourse, which sits behind it, at an angle
Oh
on my
wow.
second level, or actually, it's going to be on the third level, and it sits above the second level track. And I'm going to do like they had a concrete railing around the upper raised terminal section. So I'm going to do that on there, but I'm going to make this model before the open house.
So basically, you can, with what you have, you can make anything you want.
Yep. I draw it up. I can make 3D parts to put on it. So like the cornice pieces, the big arched windows, all that stuff. I mean, I'll be able to laser everything. And what I was thinking of to force perspective is I think I'm going to start out with O scale on the ground floor and work my way up through S and maybe HO at the top.
Right. To give it the
extra height. But I already figured out the tower is going to be about 36 inches tall.
Yeah, it's 3 feet.
Right. And it's already on the third level of my layout. So I figured the dome of the top of the terminal is going to be right at the bottom of my floor joists. And my ceiling and my layout is all flat black like my shop.
Right. Oh my gosh. That's cool.
It's going to be cool.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
And who knows? That might be a kit.
Don't give him any more ideas. Oh my gosh, just what he needs.
Well, it's because, everybody's been asking me, like, there's a couple of guys locally, they're like, oh, I want to do a central terminal. Have you thought about doing it? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it for my layout. And they're like, well, could I buy a kit from you?
No.
Why not?
Maybe.
Hey,
so what do you typically model? Like what railroads do you model? New York Central, obviously.
New York, I limited myself to 3 roads because when I got first back into the hobby when my kids were young, I was buying everything and anything.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, it gets bad.
It was bad, and I'm like, I can't do this. I'm like, I'm gonna go in the poorhouse if I keep doing this. So I said, I like big articulated engines. So New York Central, I had to because this is New York Central here.
Right. Yeah. You're in the. I mean, same for me too. Like we were PRR and New York Central ran right through us.
Right. And so I had New York Central, and then I love the big boy, which I got from my kids and my wife the one year with the TMCC control or the Legacy.
Are you checking it out this summer?
They bundled that.
You gonna look for it this summer? Are you gonna look for it this summer when it comes over here?
Oh yeah. No doubt.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crawling right through my neighborhood here.
Yeah. So it's coming to Buffalo too.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Are they gonna run it in, or are they gonna drag it in? Because don't you guys have like some sort of smoke like thing going on, like where you can't have all that exhaust thing going on, or is that in the city?
That's the city.
Yeah, not Buffalo. Crank her in.
Oh yeah. I mean, you kidding?
Put on a smoke show.
Yeah. But anyway, so I basically have UP. That's my other big road, and they've got
Okay.
so many big articulates. And then my third one, and that's one of the. You know what it is?
No, I don't. But what is it? Is it Norfolk
Take a
and
guess.
Western?
Yes.
Okay. I'm running a Y6B right now, as you can see on my lower screen here.
Yep.
Yes. Norfolk and Western is one of my favorites.
Yeah. So that roundhouse that I've got
is based off of
right.
Norfolk and Western. What's your favorite articulated from them? Is it Y6B, Class A, Y3?
I like the Y6B. That was one of my first engines of theirs. I had an MTH one, and I put Proto 2 in it. That was my first engine I ever took apart. Yeah. And all my stuff I weather.
Oh, you're one of those guys. You got to weather
Oh,
it.
yeah. Oh,
you got to make it look dirty.
Oh, yeah. You know that Vision Line Challenger that I was telling you about?
Was that the hybrid or not the hybrid? Or was that the actual Vision Line one?
The Vision Line one.
Okay, so it wasn't the hybrid. Okay, so the one from a while ago. Yeah, yes, I do remember you said that was your favorite.
Right. Well, I put Katie's on it.
You're learning from Norm, man.
Oh, I was one of the 3-rail scale guys on the OGR forum.
Really?
Yeah.
What road number did you get?
Mine is 4023.
4023. Okay. All
and
right.
I actually have a photo of the real one, 4023. That's
the best part. Like there's that linkage. You're not just like, oh, I bought a random road number. Like you have.
No. I want the real one to see and stuff. So I've got a photo of it as you walk down my basement stairs. It's on the wall of 4023.
That's super.
But it was funny. I got into trouble with Mike Reagan at Lionel.
Oh, really? When he was with Lionel?
It wasn't with Mike so much as I had a problem with, I think it was the steam on mine.
Who was it?
Yeah, steam. And I already cated because it had the steaming chest and all the other smoke whistle and all that stuff.
Did it have blow off on it or pop off?
Yeah. So I put Katie's on the thing, right?
Right.
And so I said I need to send it in and have it looked at, and their tech support people said, "Well, you opened it up. You voided your
modified it."
Yeah, you voided. I'm like, I got Mike on the phone. I'm like, Mike, what the hell are you guys doing over there?
Right.
And so, yeah. But anyways, he goes, just don't open it up again.
Don't do it again.
Yeah. I said, okay, whatever.
So you got UP, New York Central. So what's your inspiration for Norfolk and Western? What got you into that?
I just like their big engines.
Articulated. Do you like EM1s or Alleghenies? I mean, when we're talking Alleghenies, because I have an Allegheny on pre-order, but that was like the Virginian one was the precursor to the Norfolk and Western. So I was like, well, I got to get a Virginian. I'm not going to get a Chesapeake. Yeah. You know?
Well, the other thing is I try to model the transition era. So that's
diesel,
why
steam to diesel. You're in the 50s.
Yeah, I have it's a U50C, I think it is. The UP.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of I don't know. It's a different look to it. But the funny thing is like I had some modern Amtrak stuff, like the P42s and stuff.
I can't.
And I'm like, oh, I can't, you know. So I wound up picking up a set because I'm pulling a little bit of liberty on it because it kind of looks like 50s. Was the turbo train?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Because it's got that bubble look to it. I'm like, I know it was in the 70s, but it looks kind of 50s.
It looks like that retro or that like new wave 50s look.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Like I'm going to use that as my Amtrak. I'll weather it up and it'll be good.
Right.
You know, but I've got a bunch of different stuff. I got some K-Line. I love my K-Line not New York Central, Boston and Albany. You know what one it is. The little K-Line.
What are you talking about?
I'm drawing a blank here on what it is.
I know what you're talking about.
The tank engine. The tank engine.
Yes.
I've got one of their Hudsons.
Are you Hudson? Are you?
Kaline.
So obviously you're a Hudson fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
And then
a couple Hudsons. I got a Mohawk. I got a Niagara.
Mohawks are the best.
I got a Dreyfus. The one thing I want to pick up is the Empire State Express.
Somebody was just talking about that earlier on the feed here. They're like, I want a Lionel Empire State Express. It's like, yeah, those were nice. Like people, it's funny because like I'm in Williamsport, PA. I'm in Central PA. New York
I
Central.
drive through on the way to York.
New York Central ran through here all the time. But for some reason, when our shop was open here, it was English's model train. Well, they Bowser. It was. They're right
I know
here.
Lee.
They're Lee is they're literally right here. Lee English is right here.
Right. Just so you know,
everybody hates New York Central here, and I don't know why.
Well, it's funny because my buddy Jeff, he is the quote slobbering Pensy fan, and I'm not a Pensy guy
at all.
I don't. I mean, I think I have.
What about?
I have one Pensy. I have one Pensy. Hold on a second. I gotta look and see.
Oh, God, Al, you're killing me.
I know.
So you basically did the Pensy turntable because of what other people wanted.
Because he bugged me to get one. He goes, "You got to make the Pensy," and it took us a month and a half.
You have to.
I did.
What did you get? What do you have?
I have. It's one of those hoppers that have the extended sides. That's K-line for pulp and stuff.
Oh yeah. Sure.
It's got the insert that goes into the top of the gondola.
Yeah, right.
So
no engines though.
Huh?
No engines though.
No.
Oh wow, you have no Penn Central.
Nope.
I mean, I don't blame you, but still, it's like
I'm limited to
New
York Central, UP, and NNW.
Pacemaker?
And Amtrak. What's that?
Pacemaker?
No.
No pacemaker. Okay, so when we're talking, all right, so let's say New York Central.
Yeah.
You like Dreyfus? You like the Empire State?
Oh yeah.
You like the Niagara?
Yep.
Mohawk. You like the Mohawk?
I got a third rail Mohawk.
Does it have the elephant ears or no elephant ears?
No elephant ears.
No elephant ears. Okay.
No, the elephant ears. I've got the northern of UP with the elephant ears.
The FEF.
Yeah.
844 or whatever those are. One of those.
844.
844. Yep. That's
I've got the big boy. I got a Challenger, and I got the FEF.
For me, like I'm not huge on like the West Coast stuff, but yeah, for me, it's like I have 4012 because it's here in town and stuff like that. But when I was a kid, now obviously I'm a little bit younger than you, so in the 80s we're talking.
I was in high school at that point.
When the FEF, the 844, actually back then it was the 8444.
Yeah.
The Southern Pacific Daylight 4449 were running up through Utah and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of like how I got into that. So I actually it's in the Roundhouse. Actually, it's in one of your Roundhouses here. The Greyhound version, which is the one I like, but I also like the black one with the gray boiler. The Daylight I have in the 4449 is an MTH. But New York Central, I have a Dreyfus. I have the Vision Hudson that's in the Pacemaker scheme, which is a fantasy scheme. But I'm waiting for, I believe this summer they're releasing the Mohawks.
Okay.
With the elephant ears. So I'm really excited for those. Yep. And of course, like with those, like you just can't get one. You got to get two, you know?
Yep.
It's like I won decapods, like Pensy stuff. You got to get 2 or 3. And it's just like, you just have to, you know what I mean? You just got to do it.
Yep.
So your collection, let's talk a little bit about your collection. Oh God, he's laughing. How many engines roughly do you have?
Engines, I probably have maybe 40 something engines.
That's a healthy number. That's a healthy number.
It grows faster than you think it does. When I first started out, I'm like, and that
Trust
was
me.
one of the reasons I wanted to I actually scratch built my own turntable before I started making turntables.
You're that guy.
I scratch built it, had taken brass and made the riveted strips and glued them onto the sides for the girders, all that stuff.
So you're a visual guy because
Oh,
you
yeah.
want it exactly, and that the crazy thing is, let's check this comment out here. K&R Customs, you know K&R.
Yeah.
He said he's not a Pennsy guy or New York Central guy. If my dad was alive, he'd have New York Central.
Yeah.
There's something else up here that I saw that I wanted you to read or wanted you to see. Glad to see Al's on the stream.
Thanks. It's fun.
Al's a great guy. Engine maintenance facility could use a crane. Oh, speaking of cranes.
Oh, yeah. I was going to bring
Talk
it up
about
earlier.
cranes for the Roundhouse.
So the plan is both of these buildings, I'm going to have an accessory of a crane model. It's not going to be powered. Somebody
We
can
don't
do
need
that.
any of that. No, we just need the
Right.
we just need it to be
Just want
kind
a
of
static model that you can
represented.
position. Right.
Yes.
So I will be doing that. I will also be working on, I'm just trying to get caught up with this building first. And once I do that, then I'm going to start doing the models for the crane and also detail parts for inside the buildings.
Beautiful. Let's do this since we're talking a little bit about like Al's products. I'm going to take this off. Let's just go over here. We're going to take a look at the Roundhouse area. Tell me if you guys can see. Al, tell me how you can see this.
I can see it.
So we have a 32-inch. Again, turntable.
Yep.
Pensy version turntable. Pennsylvania, obviously, you can notice because they have their cabs in the middle. And then if you go around here, we have the 5-stall Roundhouse. That is.
Yep.
And this thing is absolutely beautiful. And I will tell you this, guys. Like, if you're on the fence about getting a Roundhouse, because I know like previous manufacturers or other manufacturers are a little harder to make, this one will be. It's kind of dummy proof, but you can have a really nice Roundhouse and turntable for a really good price. Let's take a look at the inside here. Just lift this up. Can't really see a whole lot, but lighting kit installed on the inside. And the other cool thing that's about this Roundhouse is, again, all the sills, windows, the smoke jacks.
Those all work.
On the front and the back, all the way through.
Hey, Mike, show them the bottom of the back ones. Can you hear me?
How's that?
No, show the bottom side, or can't you? The bottom side of the smoke jacks on the back.
Oh, I can't. This is down here.
Oh, okay.
These ones here are just kind of flat, but this one here in the front.
Maybe they can see it from the front if you stick it down there.
Probably won't be able to get down into there. It's really kind of hard to get down in there to see.
So the smoke jacks actually have a hood over where the engine's parked.
They do, yeah. So they just did it. It's kind of like a piece, and then there's a hood underneath, and they clip together really easy. So we just have, as you can see, a bunch of engines just kind of hanging out on the inside here.
Hold on a second, Mike. Hold on. I don't know if I have one. Bear with me, guys.
Oh, you're good, Al. Take your time. Whatever you need to do there, bud.
Yeah, I'm just looking for something real quick to show them what I'm talking about. Here we go. I'm coming.
Oh, you're good. Rich says from K&R Customs, he says, glad you're doing well, Al.
Thank you.
Glad that you're feeling better.
My wife's appreciate it.
I'm sure. Mike, tell Al about my Monon collection. I don't like Monon. Knock it off. People just drive me nuts with the Monon.
So
Will 2926. He bought a kit from you.
okay.
You know Will.
Yep.
Lighting kit and things. He's like, you just got to buy it.
Oh, by the
Uh,
way, I know that I heard the scoop on your conduit.
yeah.
So just so you know, the kits now for lighting, I've got 3/32 main conduit with the 16th for the lampshade drops or short runs.
God bless
Just
you.
for guys that are not struggling.
God bless you. Because Will and I were going back and forth, and it's no harm, no foul. But he's like, man, I'm trying so hard. I really want this thing good because like him and I are like, we really want to be like Norm. We want to have that detail. So I
Right.
just like I'm failing. I can't do it. I'm like, dude, it's all right. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. So the smoke jacks that we were talking about.
Yes.
So the real smoke jacks.
Let's see the
There
hooks.
is the cap that sits on top of the four
There's the
prongs
cap.
here.
Yep. So what
The
you
cap.
do is you just basically CA glue those on there, paint them to
There's
match.
there's four little holes
Yep.
in the bottom that line up with the tip of these.
A little tap of CA.
Yep.
Done.
We'll drop on those, and then this sits on top of the roof. This slides up through the bottom of the hood.
So in between there, guys, is going to be
slide together.
Is going to be the roof in between there, and then it just clicks together.
It just pushes together. It's just friction fit, and it fits pretty tight. You don't even have to glue it.
It's beautiful.
But
no, I didn't glue mine at all.
Parts underneath there, and you can have the smoke going right up the stack.
The cool thing is, and I'll share some photos here on some websites, and I'll send them to you too. It's cool because like my big boy's pointed in the back right now.
Yep.
So the nice thing about that hood, it's like it just acts like a hood like you would think in your kitchen or something, and it just all that smoke and it just dissipates right out. It
comes right out.
Really cool look to it. It's really awesome.
And like I said, they all work too. All the front and the back and middle.
Yeah, like when you're pulling it in or you're just sitting it in there and letting it idle, the smoke just comes out through there. So they're all functioning. They're not closed off. They're not just for a look. They're they actually have something going on here. Now, as far as the crane, Al, how long can we expect to maybe see a potential crane for the Roundhouse?
I'll probably have it done for the fall, York.
So I'll have one on order. Okay, so you might as well just put my name down. Just put my name down.
Oh, the other question I was going to ask you guys to get some feedback: the roof line on the engine shed.
Okay.
What do you? I mean, I'm kind of thinking it would look better with a flat roof rather than a pitched roof.
Yeah.
Because also, if I do a pitched roof, I'm going to have to cut like trusses.
What's more prototypical?
Well, that's the thing. Both of them are that way.
I mean, if they're both prototypical, I would go the ladder of ease. And
well, that's what I was thinking. Is like if you're going to put the crane in after the fact, you're going to not have to go around all the trusses and stuff to get it in.
Marco says flat. So we have an interest. It's flat. Flat with some vents. Will says flat with some vents.
Well, I'm definitely going to have some vents, and I'm going to make it so that they actually work too.
Yeah, so there you go, Will. He's going to have some vents.
Yep.
That's perfect. That's awesome.
Yep. So, and like I said, I don't know what anybody was saying out there because I can't really see the comments.
Yeah.
As far as like concrete version.
Okay. Here's a question for you from Literally Many Projects.
Okay.
What are the walls of the Roundhouse made of?
Okay, so the walls are an MDF that we laser cut on both sides. So it's not just this outside skin. So when you look in, just like the Roundhouse, it's got the brick detail on the inside too.
Right. So when I was doing mine, guys, I kind of went by like Al's like recommendation for it because I did kind of like my own little like red blend on the outside, but for like Will and I, because I mean I'll speak beyond Will because him and I went back and forth a lot. A white top and then basically on the bottom we did black. But again, yes, there's brick pattern on the outside and there's brick pattern on the inside. So you can the coolest thing about that is when you go to weather it, a lot of the stuff that you see it's very fail safe. You know, it's just like take what you see outside, and that's kind of like where I get my inspiration is like look what you see outside.
Right.
Put stupid stuff where I mean people are like, why does it look like that? Well, go out and look in the real world. It actually looks like that.
Oh yeah.
So yes, his it's an MDF. What's the thickness of the walls roughly?
Well, they're 1/8 inch each,
1/8 inch. Okay.
but they're multiple layers,
Right.
so it winds up being about a 1/4 inch thick.
And Will says follow Al's directions for best results. Yes. Guys, I don't know how many times that I've like not even just with the Roundhouse, but like with the turntable and it said, hey, like what's going on with this? He answers it and he fixes it right away. So if you ever have any issues or you come into a snafu, he'll be like,
Right.
do it this way, and he'll tell you like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it?
As far as the Roundhouse goes, I had one customer out of all. Now I've done probably about 45 kits now since May.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah.
Well,
the laser and the CNC are very busy.
Wasn't I one of the first 5 or something?
Yeah.
And you've done that many since?
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a customer order two Roundhouses plus the turntable.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
K&R Custom says, do you sell the small vents on the front of your Roundhouse?
I can.
He can sell them, Rich. Separate parts, he says. Yes, he can sell them. If
Yeah.
you need them, I can put you in contact with them. Will says lighting kit results may vary. we know he's joking.
I know.
We all went through it and we all figured it out and all is good in the world. We got it figured out.
So,
but I will say this: it's a lot easier than Altoona.
Oh my
Trust
God!
me, you are gonna want to build this kit 10 times before you build an Altoona.
It was funny because I just talked to a layout builder. Now they do it for a living.
Yeah.
They built an Altoona kit. It took them 80 hours to do a kit. 80.
And the cost too.
Oh yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, that 3-stall that you see the photos of in my ads, I did that 2 weeks prior to York, a year or so ago?
2025? 4?
4, I think.
Yeah, it was 4.
Right, because I think I had it in October of
2024, and then you were selling them in 25.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so all of that. But I had one customer out of all the customers that didn't call and ask me a question regarding the painting. So he painted it, and then he didn't like the cinnamon color that I recommend, right? He said it looked too orange. I said, that's fine. I said,
do what you want.
So he painted it, and he had already clear coated it for the spackle.
Okay.
Right? So he put the urethane over the paint, and he didn't like the color, so then he sprayed like a rust oxide primer over the top of the urethane.
Oh, jeez.
You know what happened, didn't you? The paint wouldn't dry, and it bubbled up and fish-eyed and everything else because they didn't interact
with the urethane. Right.
Yeah. So he wound up having to get a new set of walls because the paint wouldn't dry. And I said, did you try the spackle before you had? He goes, well, it just looked too light. I says, it changes when you spackle it.
It does. I didn't use what you recommended. I used another color, but I mean, you saw what mine looks like.
Yeah.
And again, it's what you think is going to look good for your layout. It's not. It's not about like his is just recommended
bricks.
Right.
To give a very color on the brick.
Yeah, and then I did
hours going over picking bricks with different colors.
Right, and then I just did, drywall compound right over the brick, and then weathered it and things like that. You can weather it.
The fastest way to do it is with that spackle because it just glides off the face of the brick because of the urethane.
It is, and then you just do this with a little bit of wipe, and it's done.
Right,
and you have that mortar joint look.
And I also like the fact I don't like cleaning it completely off because I like it a little bit on the face to give you that effervescence look to the brick.
Right. And that's the thing. I think sometimes people look at
They want
perfection too much as like, hey, this is kind of like, it's gonna look messy in the real world. It's gonna look like crap. It's in weather. You know, that's what you want. You want
bricks
it to
are
look like
falling apart and all that stuff.
right. You don't want it to look super even. But let's see if we have any other questions here. KNR Custom says he has 80 plus hours. He has an Altoona one. Jimbo 611 says hello, Al from Parkersburg, West Virginia. We love all your products.
I know Jim. Yep.
Will says I made mistakes, but I was able to get extra walls and parts from Al. Testament to customer service, and that is true. Like if you guys want one of these roundhouses or just any of Al's products, he's gonna sell it to you, but he's not just gonna sell it and like ghost you. He's gonna be like, hey, we're gonna make this right. Whatever you need, like you're having trouble, I'm gonna walk you through it. Because sometimes I understand like we live in the instantaneous world, and I'm guilty of this. Like, Al, what's going on with this? This isn't working. He's just like, dude, just do this.
Yeah.
And then I do it. I'm like, oh,
that was
you're
easy.
right. It's just exactly. It's like that was easy. It's like the Staples button. Like
I will tell you one thing. One thing I hate myself, if I call up a company and I want to get an answer for something, I hate voicemail trees and all that stuff.
And you're getting directed everywhere else.
Go to our website and fill out a form, and we'll get back to you in 3 days.
I will pick up the phone for you, and he will like walk you through it.
Unless I'm in the shop and I can't hear the phone ring, I will pick up the phone and answer the questions. Right. Matter of fact, funny story. I was at Disney with my family, standing in line for like Everest, which was going to be like 45 minutes to an hour before we got on. And my phone rings. I forward it to the cell. And I look and I'm like, oh, answer the phone. I'm standing there doing nothing anyway.
Right. Yeah, well, I might as well answer.
Customer calls and he's like, I just had a quick question with her. I'm like, sure. And he goes, I'm not bothering you, are you? I says, no, I'm just standing in line waiting for a ride. I'm
just at Disney.
Yeah. He lost his mind. He goes, oh my God, I'll call you when you're back. I'm like, no, I'm standing. I got 45 minutes to kill.
Yeah, I'm
more than happy to take
I'm in line. I got time.
and he never forgot that. He's called me a couple of different things on products that he's bought over the years, whatever. And he's like, man, I can't believe you ever did that, you know? But that's the way I am. So.
And that's the beauty about it. And Will says I need to call to order some more lights for another project. KNR Custis says I'm getting ready to build one of Al's roundhouses for a friend, Butch.
Ah, okay.
Doc says, how many roundhouses can you put together to make one massive roundhouse? I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Right. I mean, the way the bases, I have set those up on the CNC, they're modular. Yeah. So the outer wall always has the standard length on the side.
Right.
Then the return, like the guys that are picking up a roundhouse that want to go to a 10 stall.
That's getting big.
It's big. That's going to be a monster. And the thing of it is they only can see it from a certain viewing angle, and they wanted to go different than the standard windows. They wanted to increase the windows, kind of like the clear story windows.
Right.
Make them taller and all together as one window panel, kind of like what these are on the engine servicing building.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're paying extra for me to do the design work and changing and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, like, if you think about it, like, what is the biggest roundhouse that you basically, could do?
I could go all the way around if somebody wanted to.
Yeah, you could do what, 20 some stalls?
Well, they're 4 inches on center.
So whatever that is, deciding on like the table.
I know on my turntables, the most I've seen guys just put tracks around was 41, I think, around a 34.
41.
Yep. There's two of them on my website that show that.
41 tracks.
Yep. It's a lot of engines.
Let's see what we have here. I've got track plans for 20 stall Lego roundhouse. That's Lego, Reading, Blue Mountain, and Northern. Reading. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So here's what we're gonna do. So if you guys go to York, and I'm only gonna say this once, maybe more than once, and if you go to Al, it's only gonna be for one person.
Okay.
We'll talk about this, Al, you and I.
Okay.
If you go to York and you buy something from Al, like a turntable Roundhouse, I will pay $100 towards your purchase. Okay. However, you have to use tattoo trains, and it's only going to be a one-time use. That's it.
Yep.
So whoever that is, Al, you and I will talk about it. I'm sure.
Okay.
If you need help with the booth or something, let me know. I can help you out too.
Yeah, you see how crazy it gets.
Oh, it does get crazy. Let's see what else.
You
We
know.
got some other questions here. Will says he's excited to see the detail parts coming out. Yeah, and I think that's cool bit with what you're doing now is that you're not just releasing a product and being like, here it is. You're like, hey,
Right.
I'm going to do a crane.
Yep.
Or I'm going to do this. And
Well-
the biggest thing that really attracted me to your Roundhouse was
All the windows.
visibility.
Right. Well, that was
You
the
put-
thing with that Roundhouse. The whole reason that clear story is there is for the crane.
And that's the thing too. It's like you put all this effort into building this Roundhouse and details. Like we want to see it, you know, and
Right.
people want to see it. So it's like the Norfolk and Western one. I think that was a very good option to use just because of the visibility and like you said, the crane.
Yeah.
So you said the crane we're looking at maybe end of the year
For the fall.
for the fall. Okay.
Yeah.
How much of a tack on do you think that price is going to be for that? If you had to roughly guess.
I don't
Let's
want
say
to.
for people that have existing Roundhouses.
It's not going to be crazy. I have to look to see how much time it's going to be to do all that work, and then how much the actual production cost is going to be.
Right.
And so I don't want to spitball and say, "Oh yeah, it'll be this." You know,
It'll be $50, and then it's
Yeah.
right, exactly. I get it.
So, but the thing of it is that both of these buildings will be able to have the crane in it. So,
KNR Custom says he's going to get a hold of you about some hoods, which is very nice.
Okay.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yep.
Anything else, Al, that you want to talk about? Anything else that maybe be coming down the pipeline? Anything else that you think that the public might want to know? I mean, we got York coming up here in what, 2 or 3 weeks? That's
2 weeks.
insane to me.
Yeah, it's coming fast.
So, guys, if you are going to be going to York, please check out Millhouse River. They're right in the inside door. If you're in the orange hall, like literally, if you walk in on either
Turn.
side,
Yep.
walk in on the right side, just take a left. If you're going to walk in the right, take a left. They're right there at the entrance. Just a few things down. They're pretty close.
Hey,
How far are you guys from MTH? You're pretty close.
MTH was right next to us.
Yeah, MTH was next to you. So
The
you're
parts was right next to us, and then the other half MTH was in the middle.
Right. Okay.
I used to be right in front of the double doors.
Yeah, you guys are. It's like here, and you guys are like right in the middle. Like it's double door, and you guys are like right in here. So if you walk in the double doors, when you get your tickets and you go to the right, you're going to see a big layout in the front, and then you're going to see double doors that goes into the hall. Just take a left.
Make a left, and I'm right there.
He'll be right there on the left. If you're going in and you're going near like the bathrooms and where the food is, take a right. Walk down that way towards MTH, and Al will be right there. Again, mention my name, and we'll get you guys some really cool products. And like I said, with Al, everything's made here in America. Everything.
Yep.
You saw him welding. I mean, it's literally right here.
I used to get the brass in South Korea,
Right.
and probably like 5-6 years ago now, I brought that back to the U.S. and that took me like a year to find somebody in the U.S. that could do the casting.
Also, somebody
everything
here. Have you ever heard of the Lower Susquehanna Valley Modular Railroad Club? They're very close to York.
Yeah.
You're invited to the club.
Okay.
They need a new turntable. I'm going to say it right now. They need it.
There's a lot of clubs that have our table.
So I'm gonna be pitching that to them. Hopefully they can do that and make that happen because they're
Even the rotary cold dumper modular clubs have.
Yes.
Jimbo that came on earlier. He's in West Virginia.
Yeah.
On their layout, They also have the
Yeah.
turntable. They got, I think, 3 conveyors, the flood loader. You know, the funny thing is, I came out with the coal dumper in 2019 when I saw AAA went out.
Yeah.
And I started, I think it was in the fall. That was it. That was my first major CAD project, was building that rotary dumper. And so I started designing it in July, and I had the working prototype done for October York. And then it was like 2 years after all those, I sold a bunch of those, and then everybody was asking, well, we need a way to fill the cars. And I'm like, okay. So then I worked on the flood loader.
Yeah.
And then 2 years after that, it was like, everybody's like, well, I want to move coal from the dumper over to the loader, so I don't have to do it with buckets. So we came out with the conveyor.
What's the street price of the dumper, rotary dumper?
The dumper and the flood loader are both $15.35.
That's not bad.
Not for working accessory.
I don't know, Doc. I think you guys need that on the Susquehanna Valley Club. You'll be there all weekend for York, right?
Oh yeah.
I think I'll text with you, and you and I'll talk, and I'd like to take you over there. I think you should check out the club, because they just put on a big expansion, and they need a new turntable for sure. I'll talk with John and Doc and things like that.
I usually drive down on Wednesday.
Okay.
I usually drive down on Wednesday and get the booth sort of set up on Wednesday.
Okay.
And then, because you have to be out of the hall by 6.
Right.
So.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's usually the best day. Thursday, loose ends, and then Friday's a marathon day.
So how do you feel about the meet being consolidated down to just the weekend?
It's actually only going to be Friday, Saturday.
Right. How do you feel about that?
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Less time I have to be there.
I mean, Thursday's the half day.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you start at noon, you're there until 6:30.
Right.
It's a long day.
It's a long day. It's a long day.
Friday's the one that's brutal.
I was going to say,
usually when we go to York.
What day is the worst day at York? That like people are just like, it's crazy. Is it Friday?
Friday. It's funny because Thursday, the norm is usually people will come by, they'll look at the stuff, and they're like, well, I'm not ready to spend it yet.
Next day.
Come back next day. Usually it's Friday. Last show, I was almost sold out by Thursday of what I brought.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Usually I don't have anything left after Friday. Everything's gone.
So what do you do? Just take orders?
Yeah. Yep.
And what is?
I'll take orders. I'll give them shipping.
And for anybody that's in the chat looking, like, what's your time for orders? Like,
right now we're running about 5 weeks.
That's not bad. So you're looking at a month.
About 3 to 5 years right now.
Jeez.
It's busy. Like I said, the young guy, he's a newer welder for me. And I have the older guy that got me this guy.
Was his name? Hold on. Somebody said something about somebody that said that they knew they welded for you.
Fred?
Fred. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Like Fred welds for him, or he did, or whatever.
No, he still does.
Okay,
but,
nice.
He's busy, whatever, and he welds. But Dan here, he welds quite a bit. He's hungry. He likes work. So
okay.
I keep him pretty full with keeping up, whatever.
How young is he?
21.
My gosh.
But he welds like a champ, man.
Is he like an apprentice, or is he?
He works under Fred.
He works under Fred. Okay.
Yeah, at the other business.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Both of those guys are amazing welders.
Beautiful. I love it. All right, Al, is there anything else that you want to say, or anything else that have going on that we want to let everybody know before we hop you off here for the night, or just look for it at York?
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Just saw some stuff that you were doing, and all the freaking machines you have. Jeez.
Buddy, all my friends, all the guys that are buddies of mine,
yeah.
they come to my shop and they're like, man, you got all the freaking toys.
You do. You do have all the toys. You can literally make anything that you want. Literally.
Yeah. That's the funny thing, because I can dream something up, and
And
between
create it.
drawing it up, I can go out in the shop and I can make the part. Like this morning, I drew that base for that this morning. And I came out the shop, loaded it onto the CNC, and let it cut it. And like 45 minutes later, it's done.
Just something that you had in your head.
Well, I already knew. See, the hardest thing was when I started the Roundhouse, because that is such a pain with all the angles and all that stuff.
But you have that down to a science now, right? Like you can
Well,
literally.
yeah. I mean, all my, like the track, all the pocketing. See, people don't realize on the CNC, when you draw that up, like I'll draw it in a sketch of all the parts, like the rails and the pockets and all that stuff. And then you have to go into the other side of the CAD, which is called CAM, which is the tool paths.
Okay.
And you have to tell it, okay, I want to machine down this with this end mill, and this is what you want to identify as the pockets, and it has to go and do all that.
Right.
So it's a lot that goes to it. Matter of
Right.
fact, that machine, I told you I'm putting the auto tool changer on there.
Yes.
So right now that machine's run by a pendant, basically. So I don't get to see a visual of the file. I have sheets that I have printed out and laminated that I keep with it to have like the program numbers with the layout of the sheet, so I know what parts are on each file, because I can't see it in the program.
Right.
When I call it up, it's just a letter and number file.
Okay.
And so I'm actually putting a new system on that's got a touch screen, and it'll show a graphic representation, kind of like the CNC mill over here, where I'm machining the metal stuff.
Yeah.
That one, I have a visual and it's touch screen. So I'll have those kind of features on this new system. But you got to break down and stop production in order to change the system over. I'm a little nervous on doing certain stuff like that.
Well, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You have it torn apart and you can't get it back together quickly.
Yeah.
I machined a whole bunch of like rings and stuff that go into the pits. And I've got probably like 30 gears cut out for the drive, so that I can keep doing production while I have that thing torn apart out there. Because it's going to probably take me a couple days, and then I got to redo the programs and stuff.
Right.
That's
Doc said Reading Terminal will be a cool model. Hey, again, if you want it, he probably could do it for you.
Oh, I can definitely do it, but it depends on how much you want to spend for it too.
Yeah, right. How much?
I mean,
how much do you
look at like TW's terminals and stuff that they put out.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. Exactly.
Like for my own layout, I'm actually going to do. I've been wanting one on my layout. Is a cathedral.
Oh wow!
On the city end, I want a cathedral that has like the rose window on the front of it. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
But nobody makes an O-scale church or cathedral other than a countryside church.
You do.
I will. That's going to go in my downtown.
Does Millhouse go beyond turntables, roundhouses? Is it going to get into custom? If somebody calls you up and says, "Hey, I know you got the stuff,"
I've done a few custom things for guys. Like one of the big builders that scratch builds models and stuff for different people.
Yeah.
They're out of Massachusetts, and I just did a custom window job for him of a building that he wanted to do. He didn't want to have to cut the windows and make the windows from scratch, so I laser cut them.
Now, if I came to you and I said, "Hey, I want this building, and here's the schematics. Here's what it looks like. Could you do it?"
Anything's possible. It's just how much time, because everything is going to be put into the computer as a program and a drawing.
Yeah.
Because all these machines use a CAD drawing.
So does everything have to be like to a specific measurement and things like that, or like for instance?
I mean, you can wing it and just go visually what it looks like, but
right. For instance, if I gave you a picture of a building and I just took pictures of all four sides of the building,
yeah,
could you make it?
Yeah, you can make it. You just have to have some kind of idea, because I could make it and it could be too big or too small. You have to have an idea of what size you want to make that fit.
Right.
But then you have to proportion it. That's the funny thing, is a lot of people, they'll like try and build a building. Like, funny story on my layout, I've got a building that I modeled, I scratch built from a building down the road from me about 2 miles.
Okay.
And it's an odd shaped building, and I had it on the edge of my layout, and it was like a wedge shaped building. It was like probably 5 feet wide at one end and
Right.
probably 20 on the other.
Okay.
And it was on a curve. And so I put it right next to a siding and a curve that comes around on my main line.
Yeah.
And it nestled in that spot perfectly. And a friend of mine from Pennsylvania, he came up and he was visiting with a friend. He stopped, and on the way here, he passed that building. And he scratch builds a lot of stuff. And he goes, "Oh, I saw this awesome building or whatever that you should put on your layout." And he goes, "It was right down the road." I says, "Was it this one?" He goes, "Son of a bitch." He says, "I can't believe you did it already." But that, I like interest. Okay, for me, I don't like to have the same building as everybody else that has an MTH building stuck on their building, or Menards.
Right.
I want something that's going to be unique to me. So a lot of my stuff, I've taken like downtown deco kits and Ameritown buildings, and I've kit bashed it into some other different building.
Cool. Kit bashing is cool.
Oh yeah,
it's unique.
And that was one of the things with the kit, because I've done enough scratch building and craftsman kits over the years. Like, I've got a coaling tower that was the I'm trying to think who made it. Was it not Sun? Was it Suncoast? It was a craftsman kit coaling tower. It was a concrete coaling tower.
Okay.
And you get a box of sticks and some pieces of styrene and some, fishing lead shot for the weights for the for the chutes.
Yeah.
And I made that, but I've made a lot of stuff over the years. Like, I've got a sawmill on my layout. My friend helped me with that one because that's all he likes to do, is do like a lot of kits.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the time at the time, because I was so busy in here, to do the main part, but then I did all the detail work inside. So I've got it's got the jack slip. Do you know who BTS kits are?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not their big red mill that they have now.
Okay.
It was the one previous generation that came with equipment with it, like castings.
Is this like 10 plus years ago?
Yeah, it's called the Coon Gap Sawmill.
Okay. I think
and the sawmill itself is about 3 foot long.
3 feet. Okay.
And about 2 foot wide.
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
That's just the mill. And then it's got a jack slip that goes down into the log pond.
Yeah.
And I've got that on that small end of my layout where the 9 foot loop is. It resides in the middle of that, and it sits on a piece of 2-inch foam. And it's a pop out that the mill sits on with the log pond is a pop out. The whole mill comes up on the layout, so I can get that in.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So,
and that's the cool. I mean, for you, it's great because like you have all this technology to be like, you know what, I'm going to build that, and you can figure it out.
Oh yeah,
that's the greatest part. You and I need to talk more for sure. Absolutely.
I have the greatest time when I'm dreaming up stuff. I'm like, oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And you can just make it. You can make it a reality.
Right. I mean, that's the fun part, is being able to visualize something. And my daughter's the same way. She's a mechanical engineer.
Oh wow.
And so we can think of stuff in our head and have it all worked out, and then just build it. And my son, he thinks a different way, but he's a computer science major. He just like coding.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's different than like.
It's different. I couldn't do what he does. That would give me a headache.
He's very like it's like
Yeah, he can sit there and type this stuff out and figure it visually.
It's like an equation.
What it's supposed to do, like it's cybersecurity.
Right, dude. You're a lucky man. You're a lucky man, dude.
Yeah,
I love it.
Well, I have my layout in the basement. I don't have my kids living down there, so.
That's true.
So anyway,
all right, Al.
This has been fun.
If there's nothing else,
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming on, man. It really means a lot to me.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. It was like
and we'll
hopefully
have
you
you on
guys
again.
got stuff out of it.
We'll have you on again. And I think that I look at you as a dear friend, and you've really done a lot for not only for me but for O Scale. Like O Scale needs you, like because the stuff that you do. But
I mean, I want to keep building stuff. Like I said, my wife's trying. Well, don't you want to retire? I'm like,
no,
I don't know. I'm
there's
like,
too
it
much to
doesn't feel
do.
like work for me.
There's too much to do. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I love
I
it.
mean, I got a long time I can sleep after I'm done.
Right. Yeah. So you can sleep when you're dead. Right.
Yeah,
Sleep
exactly.
when you're
I can
dead.
take the
That's what
dirt nap
we were
anytime,
always
right?
told.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Any-
so guys, if
yes.
you're going to York, in Millhouse River
Stop by.
Studios, Al will be there. Stop, say hello.
Yep.
Tell him that Tattoo Train sends you, or Mike Wrench, whatever you want to say.
And the first one will get the cash prize.
That's right. You get $100.
Yep.
So, Al, thanks again for coming on, and we
Yep.
appreciate
Thanks for having me on.
And we'll have you on the next one, buddy.
Sounds good. Take care, guys.
Take care. See
Bye
ya.
bye now. Trying to disconnect here.
That's all right. You're good, buddy.
Got it.
All right, guys. So that was Al. So I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be right back, boys. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed Al being on. Kind of give you a little inkling of what's going on. Trainmaster 04, I didn't really get to say hey to you. Hope you're doing well. Who else is on here that I didn't really see? 58 Crude, good to see you. Doc's on here. Hopefully he can get you that Reading terminal, man. That would be cool. Yeah, go check out Al, Millhouse River Studio. Tell him that Tattooed Train sent you, or Mike, or whoever you want to say. Well, that's a good question about the clear roof. If you want it, I'm sure he'll make it for you. Dathan, good night, man. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you tremendously. Yeah, he's got some really great stuff, Don. Again, it's all made in the U.S. Everything. So if you guys are interested in getting some stuff from him, please check him out at York, or just check out his website, Millhouse River Studios. And yeah, tell him that I sent you. Still got 32 people on here roughly. How's everybody doing? We're still hanging in there. If anybody has any questions or anything they want me to forward over to Al, or if you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask away. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Lionel Richie, how's it going, man? Just caught the last few minutes of. We'll go back through and watch the stream again. He has some really great information in there. Really cool stuff. You actually can see him welding, which is great. Chooch, what's going on? Actually, it's not him welding. It's his welder that comes in, but it's fantastic to see. Chooch, good to see you. Doc says 33 stall roundhouse for one I own. 33 T1s. Oh my gosh. I don't think there's that many T1s. And Reading. Six down, 27 to go. I guess maybe there is. Does Al need a weathering guy? Maybe. You never know. Marcos O-Skill Trains. Thanks, Mike. Great show. Maybe I'll run into you. You will, definitely. I'll be there. I'll be there Friday. If you guys want to like hang out, or if you want to see me, or just say hello, I'll be there on Friday with my wife, just hanging out. I'm not sure what I'm covered in tattoos. Not really covered, but I have tattoos. You'll probably see me. I'll probably be wearing a T-shirt or hoodie or something like that. But you'll recognize my face. But please say hello, and let's buy some trains together. Yeah, definitely take a rewatch. Al's a great guy. He really does a lot of good things for the O-Scale community, and he really looks after us. Makes good products. So check it out. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. Hit the like button. I'm not sure where we're at in likes, but again, that doesn't matter. Likes don't matter. You guys matter. I appreciate all you guys being on tonight and listening to Al, what he has to say, and at some point, hope you guys get to meet him, say hello to him, or just send a message. Check out his website, Millhouse River Studios. Just search for it on Google. You'll be able to find it. It's pretty easy to find. He makes some good stuff. If he is fine with shipping stuff to and from Texas, I'm looking for new customers. Yeah, he will do. Train Master, he will for sure. And Club is definitely considering a roundhouse upgrade eventually. I think the existing one was donated. Yeah, let me know. I'll try to hook you up with that. Big Rich. Big Rich is going to be a Big Rich. Oh, gosh. You and I are going to have a drink together. Get that big beard. Sly Cat, thanks, man. Great show with Al. Yeah, Al's a great guy. Literally Murder Projects. I think I saw that. Yeah, I'll be there. If you guys want to hang out Friday, I'll be there. I'll probably be walking around. I don't know. Probably I'll be with my wife for sure. But yeah, just come up, hang out, talk trains. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Isn't that the best, Rich? Is when you're working on your layout and you're listening to a stream. That's the best. Adjust that a little bit for you guys. Wish you could make it to the Rocky Mountain. Yeah, I wish I could too. There's some other train shows that I'd like to make it to, but I just can't. But if there was, and if I get away to it, will let me know when they're going to be, and I'd like to go to other train shows, but besides like York, for sure. Train Master waiting for your video. Keith, will I be the one with the Monon shirt on? Absolutely. I should get a Monon shirt. Let me look. You know what, guys? I'm going to look right now. Because if I can find a Monon train shirt, oh man, I found some. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy a Monon train shirt and I'm going to wear it. There's so many. This is great. If you guys give me enough super chats, I'll buy a Monon. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. One second here. 1 second. Here's the deal. If I get some super chats, I will get a Monon shirt and I will wear it to York. I'm just saying, like, if we could do that and make that happen, I don't know if I could do a Muffin shirt. I mean, I'd support Muffin. Why not? But I will buy a Monon shirt. But you have to put it in the description, Monon shirt. Like if you're going to do a super chat. I will buy a Monon shirt and I will wear it to York. Oh, God, I don't want to do it. You guys won't do it anyway. It's all right. Big Rich says he's got his Muffin shirt. $100 if you take a pic there. Yeah, it's, what is it, $35 for the shirt? I mean, still, you're getting a $75 gift card. TBR. I mean, that Muffin gift card, man. He might have bit off more than what he could chew with that. That's tough, because I mean, can you imagine if you got 50 guys that were a $30 shirt and then you give them a $75 gift card? All right, so here's the deal. If we get hold on a minute here. Let me see if I can find it. But it's, I mean, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I will get this shirt right here. But there's no way. I'd have to get super chats. This is the shirt. Johnny, what's up, man? Good to see you. We're gonna get you. We got to get you hooked up with a Millhouse turntable. Picture Mike hugging Monon. I do an XL for a Monon shirt. Oh my God, I can't do it. I won't do it. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Jeez, Big Rich, don't. Big Rich with the $20 super chat for a Monon shirt. Now I gotta do it. Is that gonna cover the cost? Oh, man. I don't know, boys. All right, Big Rich gave me $20. Um, I ordered the shirt. It was $28.99. Rich covered $20 of the purchase. Got to get somebody to cover the extra 10. Oh my gosh. I bought it. If you guys want to see it, here it is. There's verification. It's the one that I ordered. All right, guys. So if you guys want to see me at York, I'm going to be wearing a Monon shirt. I purchased it. Rich spent $20. I need another 10. My God, why do I even do this stuff? You know what? I shouldn't even have done it. I shouldn't even have done it. Keith, thanks for buying a shirt, man. Which one did you get? I can't believe I bought a Monon shirt. Oh my God, I can't believe I bought a Monon shirt. Johnny, we'll get you hooked up, man. We'll figure you out. It's definitely worth the investment, but it's think longevity. Think longevity, my friend. Think longevity. Think longevity. I did put my foot in my mouth, Train Master. You're right. Monom theme song when you walk. Doc, what are you doing, dude? I don't need all this attention. Keith, you got a gray tee? Nice, dude. Thanks for buying one. I appreciate you tremendously. Seriously. Thank you so much. I just bought a $29 Monon t-shirt. $29. Big Rich gave me 20. Can we get somebody to give another 10? I might have to eat that cost. When's this thing going to be here? Oh, God. It's the vintage Monon Hoosier Line Railroad. Not good. Anybody looking for anything cool at York? Anybody buying anything? There's got to be somebody that's getting some stuff or wanting some stuff at York. Don, I'm losing respect. Hey, I'm doing it for you guys. It's why? I don't know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is. Where are we at? 820 subscribers. Very nice. 81 videos. Oh God, Train Master, $10. Well, there it is. Train Master, thanks, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate you supporting the Monon Fund. Good Lord, I don't even know why I do this stuff. Mr. Monon, to the tune of Miss America. Mr. Monon, Doc. Oh, guys, here's a good one. John's gonna have his stickers for the York show. If you guys have stickers, bring your stickers. Johnny needs one. The club needs one. I need one. Clam bake this summer. Oh, Keith, that's great. That's phenomenal. Lionel Richie hopes he finds nothing at York. I'm thinking MTH Proto 3 611. I mean, do you need 611? Get 613 or 612. Get one of the oddballs, dude. You can get a good deal. But if you're looking for 611, I'm sure you'll find one. Lionel's looking at selling his stuff. Who's your daddy? Well, apparently I'm going to be having a Monon shirt that I'm going to be wearing to the York show. You'll see me in a Monon shirt. Only the weathered freight and building flats and whatever. Dude, Big Rich, I'm so looking forward to seeing you, dude. So looking forward to it. Literally, Mary Podrick says Monon Mike. God. Good thing Newt's not here. You'd really be hearing it. Probably. Where is he? That's Tree Day in that shirt. It's not good. Train Master, I'll send you pictures, bro. We'll get you pictures. Don't worry. Crude says he needs 611. Understandable. I understand. Team Public is $16 for 2 days. Well, I bought it and it was $28.99, I believe is what I paid. But I do it for the people. I do it for you guys. Just don't laugh at me. Please just don't laugh at me. Just if you see me at the show, just say, "How are you? Good to see you. I like your shirt. I like your shirt. Monon is a great railroad. I appreciate you wearing it because other people wouldn't. So thank you." And then go about your day. That's it. Big Rich has got some stickers. I'm adding stickers to my wall now that people send me. Video coming. I need some stickers, Big Rich. Lana Ritchie says, I'm not sure I'll end up buying some things in quotations. Trainmaster's laughing with tax and shipping. We'll just have to wait and see what's oh boy, York's gonna be a shit show, isn't it? I appreciate all you guys being on here still. Really really means a lot. Doc says he'll see what he gets into trouble at York. I hope there's so much redding there, dude, you can't even breathe. That's what you get, Doc. Sly Cat. You'll have to move to Hoosier State. I will not be doing any of that. But apparently I'm going to be wearing one of their shirts. Keith says, you realize as you walk by tables, every seller with a Monon engine freight for sale is going to hound you. I know. I didn't think this through. Because you're going to be like, oh, look over here. We have some engines that you'd probably want to add to your collection. CSX Train 707. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. It's nice and flat. Can we just take for a moment and admire the Y6B coming down the line here, please? Let's forget about everything else and just look at the Y6B. Don't look at me. Look at the Y6B. Here, we're just gonna do this. Look at the Y6B. Thank you. Trainmaster's weathering a big boy. What road number, Trainmaster? Western Maryland action going on there. Thanks, Doc. That is a good shot, right, dude? Like, come on. How can you not like that shot? Erie, B&L, Western Maryland, Maryland and Pennsylvania, Erie, New York Central, New Haven, Reading, Lehigh Valley. You can't beat it. 4023. That's a good road number. Lionel or MTH? I'm going to say Lionel. Or New Haven. All right, we'll bring me back. There we go. Doc, just wait till I get some more, not more, but get some T1s on here. That's going to look nice. Can't go wrong with a T1. Don says it's hard to look at me now. What do you mean, Don? I thought you liked me, dude. Whose Maryland and PA boxcar is that? What do you mean, Lionel Richie? Who made it? It's a Lionel. It's a Vision line. See an OBO LOL. OBO? What are you talking about? Sly Cat. Oh, Sly Cat, you're the man. He says he was running trains the other night and thinking no more articulateds until I seen the Y6B. Dude, you don't you ever say no more articulateds. Get out of here. Literally my project says, hey dude, thanks for doing the stream. Literally gets me through the work. Gets me through the work day and gives me a great cutoff time at 7 p.m. working and go to the dude, awesome. I'm glad that I can be that inspiration for you. I appreciate you for being here. More than you know. JLC for the 4023. Will hopefully be finished. Finished photos of the access cord. Nice, love to see it. I like the Y class better than the big boy. Ooh, big. Those are fighting words, but I might not disagree with you there. Don Peck says, moan on Mike. Moan on. Double heading rambles passenger will look good coming through that. Doc, don't count that out. That could happen. I got 2102 with the Reading variation and all 8 passenger cars on order. I could get another one. I could get 2100. Telling you I could. But I might get 2114. I might want to just stick without the rambles. What do you think, Doc? Tell me what you think, Doc. 2100 or 2114? Just busting much. I know you are, dude. You're good. All good. It's all good here. It's all good here. No problems at all. We have fun. So who would you guys like to see as the next guest on here? And seriously, shoot for the moon. Shoot for whoever you think. Do you guys want Doc on here? Do you want Don Peck? Who do you want? Because I'll make it happen. All right, Johnny says the yard and all 3 main lines have the track completed on the transition section. Working on wiring it up now. All systems are go and should be major hit at York. I'm so excited. Wow, I'm so excited for that. So, Doc, you think I should just get all rambles? Or no, just like 2114. You think I should just get rambles? Hold on, let me double check here. I got to check something. Andrew, are you saying 2100 I should get? Or 2114? 2114 is smoking. So is that 2100? Hold on a minute here. Train Master's always game to join a stream. All right, man. Well, you're probably going to be one of the next ones to come on here. I could probably go on during Tuesday of York Week. All right. I think I saw that the Monon Corridor South Shore got delayed due to storm. Good. Delay Monon forever. Oh, Thomas. Bruce Dickinson is the nice Darren. I think it would be dope to do a Norm. Norm? Oh, could we get Norm on here? I'd love to have Norm on here. I'm not kidding. Norm is my hero. Norm is an amazing modeler and a great guy to chat with. Well, we're going to have to get him on here. Doc says 2100 for my other rambles. Country Bunker would be a good show. Country Bunker? Oh, I should reach out to him. Yeah, Doc, I did see those videos. I actually saw them before you sent me, but I was like, that's amazing. So you don't think I should get 2114? You think I should get 2100? I'm going to have to look into that. Try to get Norm on here. I think Country Bunker would be a good one to get on here. And Norm. We'll try to get Norm. You want to get Norm? Thomas, we'll get you on here. We can talk trains. If you're up for that, we can do that. Big Rich says Uncle Salty. Bill says Norm is a very humble guy. I called him a genius. He said no, he is a genius. He's just being humble. Just like you said, he's being humble. All right, I just sent an I just sent an email to Norm. Yeah, Thomas, we'll get you on here, buddy. I'll reach out to you. We'll get you in the books. Bill says, "Is that Y from the latest run?" It is. It's 2174 from the 2024 volume 2. Yes. Beautiful engine, runs great. Love it. Literally many projects. You don't need to have a. I don't care where your layout's at. It doesn't matter. We can still have you on. Send me an email. It's what we do here. We don't care where you're at. The journey is the best part. You can tell us what you're doing, what you're up to, and what you inspire to have. Send me an email to that. Tell me when you'd like to come on. We'll hook you up. We'll try to get Norm on here. We're going to get literally many projects on here. We're going to get Thomas on here from TDKC. Anybody else? Big Rich? Don Peck? We need to get Doc on here. Johnny's been on here. We'll get Johnny on again. We'll make it happen. But yeah, send me an email, guys. If you're interested in coming onto a live stream and want to talk trains. We'll make it happen. Got 26 guys on here tonight. Thanks for still sticking around. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. It's crazy to think that how many have we done? 27 of these things? 27? 27 live streams. And counting. Wednesday night ritual. Yes, sir. It is. Oh, Johnny, that's a good idea. We can have you on. We could do that. How do you guys think about that for a pre-org? Get a little insight on the Susquehanna Valley Modular Railroad Club. Beautiful. When was my first live? Oh, gosh. Late last summer, I think it was. Oh, the iPhone died. go. Let's get John on here next week for a pre-York, and we'll go from there. If you guys are cool with that. I don't know what's going on with this. My phone must have died or something. You guys should be able to hear me now, though. That's exactly what happened. If you guys can hear me, get a thumbs up. It's good? All right, cool. All right, so next week we'll have John on. Talk a little bit about a pre-York thing. If I hear back from Norm, we'll have Norm on. And we'll get Thomas on here and get a couple other guys on there. Keith, I'd like to have you on here too. You're on here a lot. I'd like to have you on. You guys are cool with that. All right, boys. So we're 3.5 hours in. We're gonna call it a night tonight. And if you guys have any interest in being on the live stream, drop me an email. I put the email up above in the chat. We'll get you on. Next week, we're going to have John on. Talk a little bit about York, pre-York, what's going on at the club, and from here and beyond. And then we'll get some other guests on here if we hear back from Norm and some other guys, Trainmaster 04, Keith, all those guys. We'll get you guys on here. I'd love to talk to you guys and see you guys in person, see what you're doing, see what your layouts look like, and just have some fun, because that's what we're all about. So without further ado, if you guys have any other comments to drop for the evening, please drop them in now, and we're going to pop off here in about a minute. We just don't want to abruptly leave you. I know sometimes that happens, but we don't want to do that tonight. We don't want to do that. That maintenance facility would look good with your new staging yard. You're trying to sell me some stuff. I get it, dude. Bill, thanks, man. Great show. Appreciate it. Great stream. Thanks, Don. Lana Richie Trains. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. The train board. Love the hood idea. Gary. Awesome. All right, boys. Well, have a great evening. Have a great rest of your week. Hope everybody stays healthy. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. Have a great evening.